Let's go.
Okay. Down to business. I got my wild cherry diet Pepsi, and I got my blackjack gum here, and I got that feeling. Yeah, that familiar feeling that something rank is going down out there.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh, I'm here to fucking amuse you. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me what's fun.
Oh, me, sir, God damn it! Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Come out to the coast, we get together, have a few laughs.
You!
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
I'm so racist! Anybody move, I'll blow your fucking head off. And the medic gets out and says, oh my God.
I'm your huckleberry.
My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
Put that coffee down.
Pauline, this calls for the old Billy Baroo.
That's a huge bitch.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's over, Johnny. It's over!
You know, that brings up a good question. Do you know where the white women are at, Anthony? By any chance?
They were Trump.
No, I believe they were at the anti-Trump protest today. That's where they were.
You know, I got a lot to say about that shit.
Yeah.
But we need to start off with some fun.
Let's get to the movie first, and then we'll do our usual taper off into the land of racism and what is right in the workplace, which is usually what we end up talking about for some reason on this show. I don't know why.
What is and isn't appropriate in the workplace?
I don't know. I still don't know how we got on that, but we did.
It was fun. Good times.
It was actually very good conversation, but it tied into the movie that we were doing, if I remember correctly. So.
Yeah, we always, you know.
We try.
We taper off, but we always try to connect to whatever we're actually talking about movie-wise.
Yeah, definitely. Always try to do that. And, so anyway, how are you, Anthony?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain.
Good.
Unlike a lot of folks today, I've been resting easy.
Really? Yeah.
I haven't felt the urge to tear shit up. Haven't caused any malicious damage, anything. Okay. I'm sorry, but what's the word? Malicious destruction of property.
Yeah, I think that's what they're calling it now. I don't know what Starbucks has to do with this, but anyway, we're going to get into the movie first, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Why don't we get into the movie before we get into the politics? Because really, people want to hear about the movie. Movie
one of my personal favorites.
One of your personal favorites, 1991's Hangin' with the Homeboys. Now, I just saw this movie today. I'm going to admit I'm a bit spoiled, and I was waiting for a little more to happen.
A little more, as in what?
I don't know. You know me. I'm waiting for like someone to pull a gun.
Well, this wasn't one of those type of movies. This is more of a little bit of drama, mostly comedy, just like a comedy of errors, hanging out on a Friday night.
Four friends kind of going nowhere in their lives at this moment. One of them being John Leguizamo, really is the most ambitious out of the group, I would say. That's really what it is. They go out for the night. I mean, just to give it a quick, my analyze. Go out for the night, and they all have a little something in their lives happen to either keep them where they're at or have them move forward. Two of them basically move forward. Two of them are right back where they're at. So,
yeah,
that was what I got from it.
So yeah, we have an ambitious guy, a semi-ambitious guy, a go nowhere guy, and a guy that lives off women.
yeah, and I really thought, this being a New York movie, I'm going to be able to go through. I mean, half of this cast has probably been an NYPD Blue. I found one.
Hey, as long as you found one, the tradition stays alive.
Yes, I did. I found one person. Her name was Latanya Richardson Jackson. Shares a name with me. She was right in the beginning, the caseworker with Dougie Doug. That was it. That was her only scene. And she did one episode of NYPD Blue.
Tremendous.
So there you go. I got nervous, man. I'm going through there, and I'm like, holy shit, no one's been in fucking NYPD Blue.
Now, let me ask you, when you was watching it, did you actually have to go through the cast list, or could you, when you saw it, you're like, yes, NYPD Blue?
I had to go through the cast list because I kept thinking, he looks familiar. And then I'm like, no, it was Blue Bloods or some other cop show they were in. I was like, oh, it wasn't that one. But
you know what I'm surprised about? I mean, like I said, I've been honest. I wasn't like a faithful watcher of NYPD Blue. I watched it here and there. I'm actually surprised Dougie Doug never made an appearance. Because anybody that was following TV and movies in the 90s, Dougie Doug was in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's been in Blue Bloods. As of recent, he's been in Blue Bloods before.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Dougie Doug. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure of that. I'm 99% sure, but one part of me is saying I could be wrong. Dougie Doug.
Weaves bringing the knowledge in the chat here. Dougie Doug was also on an episode of Law and Order SVU.
Yes, he was. Yeah, Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods was what was. Yeah, he was in. And yeah, he was in. I know he was in. Just SVU, or he was in the other. He was in both Law and Order regular and SVU.
Now, Box, was he in your show here, NYPD Jew?
I don't think I've seen that one, sir. Fuck.
Hey, thank Weaves for that one. I can't take credit for that one.
This is Trump. Yeah, you better watch out, Weaves. This is fucking Trump's America now, motherfucker. Fucking ship you back to wherever you were born. I got a feeling it was Louisiana, so I just screwed myself there. But anyway,
if it's Louisiana, yeah. They didn't had a lot of bad luck with water and tides rising over the years.
All right. He says he's a citizen. Mother, you better be able to prove it. God damn it.
Oh,
you don't look like no citizen to me. You look like you know speaker. Know what I mean, bro? Huh?
Foxman is going for the jugular tonight. Savage.
Please, look at me. I could pass for either Jewish or Italian. Trust me, dude. Either way, I'm getting murdered by the goddamn Klan. Trust me. Okay.
Yeah. Boxman's Facebook page is about to be wall-to-wall Goodfellas style pictures with him and the lady.
Go get your fucking shine box.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, Box. That needs to be a profile pic that you took a couple weeks ago. The Goodfellas style. I'm sorry. I'm never going to let you let that one down, bro. That was great.
The pic of me and my girl heading out to the Christmas
you was looking
party.
pissed off and just like, look, you look like a pissed off Italian.
I was smiling.
Yeah, all right.
I could swear I was smiling in that picture, goddammit.
Oh, God. That picture is hilarious.
I don't even like my picture taken, so I don't know. All right, back to the fucking movie. Dougie Doug, who I guess in this movie would be the go nowhere, blame the white man for everything guy.
Yes, Dougie Doug. I gotta say this right off the bat. Criminally underrated guy. Really is. Really is.
Yeah. Yeah, and every movie he's in, though, he seems to play a turned-up version of himself. So, I don't know. But I do like Dougie Doug in everything I've ever seen him in, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked him in this, and I also liked him in Class Act. Another movie we got to get to at some point.
I liked Class Act.
I'm sorry, I like it. I know a lot of people kind of shit on that flick, but once again, that's what the show's about. Giving credit to movies that otherwise wouldn't get the credit.
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen. It was a good movie. It was I mean, it's not any. Don't go into it thinking you're going to see fucking shit blowing up and, guns and shit. Like I said, I'm a little spoiled in that way. I'm used to watching action movies or, movies where something's gonna explode or get shot. Especially with this Nestor guy in it, Nestor Serrano. I mean, he's in mostly gangster, or he's been in Blue Bloods a couple of times, and he's been in Law and Order, and any show with the word blue or New York, he's been in it.
Yes. Now, this is like a recurring theme in the movie. Now, obviously, Nestor, both in the movie and in real life, I think he's a Puerto Rican descent. Puerto Rican Mexican. I'm not trying to. Let me look this up.
Serrano. That's Serrano. That's
Let me look this up because I don't want to.
New Yorker. I got a feeling he's Italian.
No, I looked at. Yes, I was right. He's a Puerto Rican descent.
Okay.
Yes, I did look it up because I didn't want to say the wrong thing here. But he's a Puerto Rican descent.
Okay.
And in the movie, it's a running joke of him pass as Italian.
Yep.
And we'll get to that. You remember the part with the cop?
Yes, I do. Yes,
I do. We're going to get to that.
We will.
It's not a long movie, but there's certain parts that really kind of stick out.
No, it's less than an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 20 minutes of a movie. Something to pop on if you're, just got an hour and 20 minutes to kill. But definitely was, a good movie. And
now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, let me ask you. Could you relate to this movie? Did you have any nice, because, you were like, what, 15, 16 around time this movie came out?
Let's see, 91, I probably was 16, yeah.
You probably were a little young before you could actually go out like that, but, you remember, like, mid-90s, early 2000s having any kind of nights like this with your boys? Just going out, no plans, just like, fuck it, let's just get in the car and drive till we find something.
Many. And
action parties.
I could give you a friend just like each one of these guys. I really could. Like, my buddy Mike is, Vinny or Fernando, whatever you want to call him. That's my buddy Mike. Or a couple of my other buddies. This guy, Dougie Doug, I could easily put in my buddy, Jackie in there.
What, always bitching about something?
Always bitching about the white man. Married to a white girl.
Got an excuse for everything?
Always bitching about the white man. White man. God damn it, you're married to a white girl. That was him. And Leguizamo, who, by the way, looked like a fucking 16-year-old fresh-faced kid in this movie.
He had a good run. He's always, for the longest time, he always did have that baby face. He's starting to age now, but for the longest time, he had a hell of a run with that baby face.
Yeah, he did, man. He really fucking did, bro. But, I really could put names to all these people. I probably should stop at this point, but...
Mario Joyner was pretty straight-laced, though. Like, you got any guys like that?
Yeah, that would have been most of the guys I was in a Jewish youth group with.
That were overall decent, but like were,
Yeah. Still had a little scam in them. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it just basically that's what the movie was: a night out with no plans. Shit goes wrong for, like I said, each and every one of them, except one. One guy actually, John Leguizamo, actually ends up having a good night.
Yes.
Out of all four of them, I think he ends up having the best night. So
yeah, and honestly, I don't know. Like, he had the best night because I guess he was the only one that kind of went out with no expectations or anything. Because I mean, he kind of like they kind of portray him as kind of like not the sad sack, but the guy that's always kind of like, eh. I mean, we all got that. We all got that one friend that he overall, they're a good guy, but they just had that very sad sack disposition about him. Everything is kind of like, woe was me, and nothing ever goes my way, so I'm just going to be a sad sack.
Yeah,
like they kind of like they're good people, but they just kind of like depressing to be around sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why Nestor's character didn't even want him to come out to begin with. Like, please leave him at home.
Yep, that's why.
If I have a bad night in any way, shape, or form at any point, it's going to be on your fault.
You know whose fault this is.
He was putting that on him.
All night he put that. You know whose fucking fault this is.
You know whose fucking fault this is, right?
He said that all fucking night to poor Dougie Doug. You know whose fault this is? I didn't even want him to come. You wanted Johnny to come.
Now, I guess, this is not a long movie, so let's, start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The movie actually had a very unique opening. And the funny thing is, you could tell this was a New York movie because of how this opened, because they say when you're in New York, you could do the craziest shit, and people will just look at you like, just another day in New York.
Right.
Like, literally, New York is just one of those cities where you can get away, literally, with murder, and people just look at you like,
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they do. They're on a subway, and they basically give this whole scene where there was a fight that they were talking about and this and that, and it turns out all four of them are actually friends, and it was planned out, and they laugh, and one of them actually does want to be an actor. Mario Joyner's character in this movie, where you go to he doesn't even have a picture in his IMDb. How the fuck is that?
Some people, I don't know. I've come across a few people like that.
How the fuck? I mean, Mario Joyner's been doing. I mean, he's been acting forever.
Yeah,
this guy's been
collaborated with Chris Rock. So it's like he's known. Everybody in this movie is known. They may not be big time stars, but they're known. If you see this movie, like, oh, I know who that guy is. I've seen him in this Nestor. My God, Dougie Doug. If you don't know who John Leguizamo was, then fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. He's been in a shitload of fucking, not even movies, but his comedy, but he's done some really good movies too. That movie he did with who am I thinking? Schwarzenegger, Collateral Damage.
Oh yeah, that Jamie Foxx was in that. No, I'm sorry.
Jeez, God damn it, Anthony. They don't all look alike, dude.
Yeah, that was my fault. But
Jesus, you're thinking of John Turturro. Jesus, he's not even a Jew, and you think we all look alike. My God, Anthony.
Yeah, this episode is called the racist episode.
Yeah, this is.
We getting
Trump's
everybody
America.
Mixed up.
The Trump's America episode.
Get used to it, folks. This is going to be God willing, we're alive and healthy 4 years from now. This is the state of THT.
This is it. Get used to it, everybody.
Accidental racism.
Yeah, that's Collateral, by the way. He's Weeble's right in the chat. That's Collateral. You're thinking of, I believe Collateral was Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise.
Yes, that was, yeah. I don't know if you saw that. That's actually a good flick, too.
I actually haven't seen that. I have it. But I haven't seen
it. Watch that. We can do it for the show or not, but that's actually a good movie just to watch.
Yeah, trust me, I'll watch it. Yeah, and we've mentioned John Leguizamo, and that dude there, like we were saying, I remember him from Collateral Damage, Carlito's Way. How could you forget that?
Summer of Sam.
He's been a voice in a ton of these, Ice Age movies. And he's done a bunch of his own movies, though. You're
probably going to think this is a shitty one, but the kid in me has to bring up Super Mario Brothers. the live action movie.
Dude,
I know a lot of people think that movie sucked, but yeah, I have a soft spot for it.
I'll tell you a shitty movie of his that I actually thought was enjoyable. It was called The Pest.
I remember that.
I actually thought it was a good movie. He was in The Fan with De Niro.
He was
in Executive Decision with Steven Seagal and Michael Douglas. This guy's had some underrated. He's never the.
He's not. What's the what I'm looking? To steal a line from Beyond the Man. He was never Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
He was always Denzel's best friend.
Right. Yeah. He was always the the best friend, the just another guy in the crew. You know what I mean? But he was never just never the lead guy. But has played some great roles. Dude, Tu Wong Fu. Did you ever see that movie with him, Wesley Snipes, and Patrick Swayze all dressed up as women?
Yes, that movie was funny yet disturbing.
I
don't ever need to see Wesley Snipes in drag again.
Yeah, exactly. Spawn.
I mean, Wesley's a good actor, but dang, he's an ugly woman.
Yeah, he was in Die Hard 2. He was in Spawn. He was amazing in Spawn.
Oh, we just bring up another movie I like. What's the Worst That Could Happen? That was Danny DeVito and Martin Lawrence.
Yep, and he was in Dr. Dolittle. He was the voice of the rat. That's right, he was. But just one of those kind of actors that goes under the radar until you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I know who that guy is.
Yeah.
Done some really good stuff, and according to IMDb, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got like 5 things coming out this year. One of them is a TV series that doesn't look like it's an English TV. It looks like a Spanish TV series.
And Box, before we go any further, and this actually ties into the movie, this movie does something that I wish a lot of movies, and hell, as a wrestling tie-in, I wish WWE would do more of today. And that's from the jump, they establish each character's personality. So literally within the first 10 to 15 minutes, you already know each character's motivations, you know what they're about, you know their personality traits, because they actually break down each character. They show you in their element and break down how they are personality. What do you think of that?
Oh, I'll put it this way. I'm 18 minutes in, and I'm already onto a different scene. The character building is already gone. They immediately establish what these guys are all about. Right after the subway scene, they immediately go to Dougie Doug begging for money. Right after that, they go to Vinny / Fernando. A girl walks up in his apartment, and he...
No. Before that, remember, he's on the bed. The phone rings.
Yep,
the phone rings. Tell me you had a clip pulled up?
And the girl gives him, a tin of food. He can't even fit it in his fridge with all the other tins of food from other girls. Mario Joyner establishes himself as an actor on the phone immediately, and a desperate actor at that.
Yeah, he's working for a sex line, I believe.
Yeah. Well,
oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of CB4.
You're back to CB4.
Yeah, I'm getting my black folk mixed up, and I'm like, go figure.
And John Leguizamo, they go right to him in the grocery store, being the hard-working, hopeless, romantic kind of guy, I guess you could call him.
He has a crush on I guess a local patron at the supermarket. He works up the courage to ask her out, and she politely turns him down. And then I don't know. It's just like I don't know. She kind of looks at him like oh, right? Maybe next time. Isn't that the worst?
Is the girl
when you ask somebody out and they try to politely say no, I got plans, and then they kind of give you that look like maybe next time, all right? And then they give you that little pat on the shoulder or the arm or whatever that girls do. Don't you hate that shit?
Oh yeah. I was trying to see. That wasn't her. Okay. All right. I was trying to see what else the girl Vanessa, the girlfriend that they can't decide what number she is. She was in Sugar Hill. I actually liked that movie.
The Wesley Snipes one?
Yeah, Wesley Snipes and God damn, what's that other guy's name? Only thing I know him as is Eddie from The Principal.
Oh, wait. You gonna make me look it up. I hate that. I know who you're talking about, too. I've seen him in a few things, too.
God damn, Candy Alexander's in that movie. Yeah, those are some titties. Anyway,
still fine. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. What was
she can get it all day.
Clarence Williams III. Is that him?
No, that's somebody else.
Yeah, that's a totally different guy.
I know. You remember? I don't know if you ever saw. Did you ever see Tales from the Hood?
Yes.
He was in that.
Michael Wright.
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
Michael Wright. That's exactly who it is. He was in The Principal. He was in The Five Heartbeats.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but he was in The Principal. The Principal was a movie I saw when I was really young, so I always kind of I can remember that movie very well. I mean, 1987 movie. I think I saw it when I was like 14 years old, but I don't know. It was a really good movie. That's another movie we'll have to eventually do one night. But yeah, Michael Wright. That's who I was thinking of. That's another good movie though. That one there. But yeah, that was Kimberly Russell who played the girlfriend in this movie of Tom, who's by Mario Joyner. But yeah, basically, they're trying to go out on the town for a night.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
They need Tom because Tom is the only one that has a car.
Yeah.
So they kind of already they kind of plant seeds that in the beginning that okay, like Tom, like he's like trying to do something. Like even though he's kind of like doing like he's like people they say like if you want to be an actor, that's kind of like a pipe dream. Mm-hmm. You still have to have like real life goals and aspirations because it's a long shot if you're gonna make it as an actor.
Right.
But they kind of establish him as like a semi like hardworking guy that's trying to do the right thing. He has a steady girlfriend, and originally he wasn't even supposed to be going out.
Yeah, exactly. Probably
that kind of leads to a funny bet.
Probably wishes he never did.
No, but she gave him a bullshit excuse, and like, we've all been there. They get you with these women, these hoes not loyal. They give you these bullshit excuses. He was ready to like, babe, you want me to stay with you? I'm gonna take care of you. I'll get you some suit. What you need, babe? No, you go out.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know. I knew something was gonna go down with her. I knew something was up.
Why, that didn't seem too right with you?
I watched too many cop shows for that to be right with me.
Give you the fake call.
I'm like, nah, something ain't right there. His hair.
Now, not to be a sexist or anything, or to offend the two women that may be listening to this right now, but remember the little bet they had about whether she's a 10, a 4, a 6, a 2, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give her if you were in that situation? Like, let's just say Boxman is the deciding vote.
Oh, she's 7'8", definitely 7'8". She's pretty hot.
She didn't look like a duck face to you?
Nah, she's pretty hot. No, she could use those lips look like they could do some work in the right areas. She's a good-looking girl, man. I wonder what she looks like now. We should find that out, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Let's find that out. Kimberly Russell, 2007 motherfucking teen. Year of the Donald. This show here is gonna get some bad fucking ratings. All right, bad download. She's still a very good looking woman. Looks older, but
she's aging well. Look, I look at it like this. Even if a woman shows her age, as long as it's natural, I will still call a woman beautiful.
Yeah.
But when you get that Botox and shit when you're young, trust me, it ain't gonna look right when you're old.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple.
It's just not. It's just it's gonna catch up with you.
Yeah.
So just age gracefully, as the old timers like to say.
There's a couple of non-flattering pictures, but there's also a picture of her standing with George Clooney. So what does that tell you, people?
Yeah, and George.
Mm-hmm.
So since you brought up the Clooney,
the
George Clooney.
Uh-huh.
I mean, would you call like if we were to make a list?
If you're gonna ask me if he's a good-looking guy, I'm fucking hanging up on you.
No. Just bear with me. Bear with me. You know, I'm going to make a Wedding Crashers reference.
Okay.
On a list of all-time great cocksmen, would you say George Clooney is top 5 material, top 10?
Probably. You know, him, Pitt. I know they were talking a couple weeks ago about Leonardo DiCaprio on The Soup. Yeah, you can't argue with anything they said about that dude. That dude's probably sick of it.
I love how Joe just basically he just looks like he's tired of fucking.
He's
like,
sick of it. Yeah, and they mentioned Johnny Depp. There's another dude that's probably just tired of getting women.
Yeah.
You
Hell,
know?
Denzel's in his 50s, but yeah, he ruled. He dominated the 90s when it came to women.
Oh, I'll bet him. And dude, I bet Snipes was beating him off with a fucking stick in the 90s or 90s too, man.
As a matter of fact, that was actually a joke. That was you used to watch Def Comedy Jam, right?
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the comedian, give him credit, but he had a joke on there that was hilarious. He basically said, I'm going to look it up too. Maybe we play it at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
He basically had a joke. He basically said, Wesley Snipes must got fucking in his contract. Am I fucking in the motherfucker? All right, I'm in the motherfucker. Because if you look at any movie of Wesley Snipes from like the late early 90s, he has some kind of sex scene in damn near everything he was in. He was fucking.
You know what's scary? I remember that joke, and I don't remember the comic either. I want to say it was Chris Rock.
I just remember it was funny as fuck.
It might have been Chris Rock.
No, it was a guy that really didn't do much.
Maybe.
I only know honestly from Def Comedy Jam, so I'm gonna look it up. It is on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure.
I got a tape of it laying around, but that I'm sorry. Every time I see Wesley Snipes, I just think of that joke.
I'm sure that's definitely on there. According to Weebs here, this movie was a bomb at the box office.
Yeah.
Budget was 1.9, and the gross was only 532,933. Now, that's the only United States, and of course, that doesn't count what the video might have done on DVD and all that other shit so far. But this is what people would look at. This is 1991, so bomb in the movie theater. I mean, I got to be really honest with you. I had never heard of this movie until you mentioned it to me a few weeks ago.
I look at it like this. I mean, I look at it like this. I'm a Kevin Smith fan. I love Jay and Silent Bob. Mm-hmm. I personally like Mallrats, which was a bomb in the theaters, but it went on to cult-like status. Like, I think Kevin Smith said once it went to VHS and later DVD and what was that, Laserdisc and all that way back in the day, mm-hmm. That's where it found its following. It's one of those movies that you appreciate in time.
Yeah, look, tons of movies bombed at the box office that we've talked about that were really, really, really good movies. We've also gone and looked and been like, well, look what the fuck they were up against. And it's like, like Terminator and shit like that. And you're like, well, no fucking wonder. They're up against fucking legendary fucking movies that came out the same week. But, 1991, this movie definitely could have come out at that time, because 1991 was a damn good year for movies.
Oh, to backtrack for a minute, yes, B-Max, you're right. Prince does need to be on that Coxman list.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's R.I.P. to Prince. That man should be an inspiration to everybody. This man was, 5 foot nothing, and was knocking out chick after. He is an inspiration.
Yeah. 5 foot nothing, the most feminine guy in the world, and is dicking women that you couldn't even touch with fucking selfie sticks. How's that for a fucking updated reference? You couldn't even touch her with your selfie stick. How's that?
Yeah. Prince was another one. He probably got so much pussy after a while. He just got tired. Just like, look, bitch, look. Take my pants, do what you got to do. I got shit to do.
Dude, there was probably... Dude, you got to remember. I mean, you go back. Those... Axl Rose was probably sick of fucking. Mick Jagger still isn't sick of fucking. He's still trying to have kids at fucking 70,000 years
old. Not to gross anybody out, but didn't Rod Stewart have to get his stomach pumped because he had so much cum in it?
I think that was a rumor. I mean, that's like, people always have the rumor that, Richard Gere got caught with a gerbil at his ass and had to go to the hospital. I think that's all urban legend. Rod Stewart has a hot wife. He's married. I think he's still married, and I think he's got a kid. I know he has a kid. He did a song about him. That song, Forever Young, is about his son.
And I'm not talking about Rod Stewart present day. I'm just talking about when he was, in his prime years.
Who fucking knows? They didn't have the internet to put rumors out. All they had was the fucking National Enquirer back then. So, I don't know. Dude, there's think, like I said, Axl Rose, Mick Jagger, probably,
Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons, any musician from the 70s or 80s should probably be on the list. I don't care how, the bigger your hair, the more pussy you got. The more makeup you wore as a dude, the more chicks wanted to suck your balls.
So let me ask you something. This is old. This is right up your alley.
Okay.
This is going to be a real old school reference. Mm-hmm. How well do you think Mr. Presley was doing with the ladies? Think he was beating them all?
Elvis Presley definitely was. Dude, if you watch his concert, there are women wanting to just touch him. Just touch. Get that scarf. That Elvis used to tell his guys to go out and get him. Elvis had a thing about virgins. He would send his boys out to go get him virgins that wanted to be de-virginitized by Elvis Presley. How many of those do you think he got in each city?
Man, look, they probably had open auditions before the show started.
Yeah, trust me. To take it from Jim Cornette, if Elvis walked through the fucking crowd, he would have had sex 100 times on his way to the fucking stage. Trust me.
More sex than you could have in a lifetime.
More in a lifetime. That man right there has probably got more pussy than any of us could imagine. Any of it, and he was a shy country boy, but he made that work for him. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he was a woman, dude. A lot of those country singers back then were all like that. Listen to their songs about the fucking old country singers. They're all lost my wife because I was womanizing some fat broad with my dog in the back seat. I like country and all, but not that. I don't like the sad, depressing country.
Yeah. Like I said, I like generally, there's not a genre of music that I can get into. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure if I actually, did the research and tried to find something, I will find some country songs that I would like. But generally, they all seem to follow the same fucking pattern of my dog died, my woman left me, they laid me off from the plant. What I'm gonna do?
I could find like Charlie Daniels Band. I mean, you've heard "Devil Went Down to Georgia," right? Haven't you?
I can't say that I have.
Wow.
If I hear like a string of it, I feel like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But off the top of my head, no, I haven't.
I know I could find you country that you would enjoy. We'll do that later, maybe.
Oh, B-Man, you bringing up another one. Wilt the Stilt, Will Chamberlain.
Oh, Will Chamberlain has a book it's called, basically Chicks I Fucked. He's hit more than Jesus. If they could confirm that, I'll bet he would be in Guinness. I'll bet he would be, man. But trust me, all chicks want is a famous dick.
Yeah, just to say I fucked them.
That's it. Yep. But where were we in the movie? Give any clue.
We were at the part where I guess they had made the bet about the girl.
Oh my God!
Like I think it was like Johnny had to decide and vote, and this kind of establishes why Vinny, Fernando, whatever you want to call him, didn't want him around, because he kind of gave Dougie Doug that look like, see?
Yeah, 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 and he was a shy Puerto Rican kid. That's basically the part he was playing. Was a very shy, very timid, obviously not good with girls.
Yeah,
little.
He was the nice guy. He was like
he wanted more than to just get laid. Like I said, he's kind of the hopeless romantic of the bunch. Obviously we're talking about John Leguizamo in this movie, but yeah, I mean, he's just the hopeless romantic of the bunch. All the other guys just wanted whatever they wanted. I'm not sure what Dougie Doug wanted. It looks like he just wanted to complain the whole movie, and but really the beginning of the movie is more to show you that each of them have a reason for hanging out with each other, and it kind of shows you that they're friends for reasons, not real friends.
Yeah, basically they're friends for convenience. Like Dougie Doug is friends with, because out of all of them, and I like Dougie Doug, but I'm talking about Dougie Doug in the film.
Mm-hmm.
He's friends with every. I think him and Johnny are kind of like legitimate friends.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like he's friends because these are the guys that are the only guys that kind of put up with his shit. For the most part.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that. You're just trying to find your way. It's an after teen movie. After yeah, it is an after teens, after college. Not midlife, but early
to mid 20s.
Early to mid 20s.
Get like 25. That's when you kind of start. You got to get settled into your career. What you going to do with your life?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a pre-midlife crisis.
It's not even that. To me, it's more like just early to mid 20s, growing up and realizing some of your friends are not gonna grow up.
Yeah, and then certain shit just gets old in your life. Like yeah, when you in your teens, early 20s, drinking, hanging out, staying, it's fun for a while, but after a while, certain things just start to get old.
Yeah. I mean, they're really stuck in their ways. And,
no offense, Box, as you put that beer down.
Do what?
I said no offense as you put that beer down.
Actually, I gotta get another one right now. Now that you mentioned it, let me get another one out of the old Coca-Cola refrigerator back there.
Ladies and gentlemen, shoot interview time with Box. And he takes another shit.
As I grab another brewski. I have 6 more. Don't worry, buddy. Shit, you could ask me anything. I don't give a shit. I'll answer. Have you not heard some of the stuff I've answered on Wednesday's show? Please. Yep. Even Shaheen looks at me like, you didn't have to answer that sometimes. You didn't have to answer? But, yeah. But this definitely is that kind of, mid-20s, realizing some of your friends are going to be where they're at. Some of your friends are assholes, and you've realized it, no one else has. And, that's kind of what this movie brings out. It's more than a coming-of-age movie. It's a dealing with life movie.
Yeah, and you got the sense that let's just say before this movie, I'm talking about before the movie actually starts. Let's just say like on and off they knew each other for about maybe 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that when they go out and hang out for the night, that was probably the first time they spent any kind of extended amount of time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you really kind of hang out with somebody and really spend a day or a night with them, that's when the truth comes out. You got the sense that before they went out on this particular night, they never really took the time to really get to know each other.
Or they were just
when they were in close quarters for the whole night and they got to like, nigga, you always begging? You always bitching? You always doing... It's like they really kind of got to see each other's quirks. And they're like, this is not for me.
There's always one night where you go out. And like I said, this is one of those nights these guys go out and shit's happening to each of them. And you look, I've had plenty of nights out with my friends where I'm like, well, that motherfucker ain't my friend no more. You know, I didn't realize he was that much of a douche. You know, it happens. No matter how much you hang out with somebody, there's always nights where shit happens and you do find out who your real friends are. Shit, you know, especially when shit happens. That's when you really find out who everybody is, when shit goes down.
Yeah, and that, honestly, that's why I really wanted you to watch the movie, because I honestly feel like anybody that sees this movie, like I said, it's not the best movie of all time. I won't give it that much praise, but it's one of those movies that I feel like anybody can relate to.
Yeah.
Everybody has had one night like this. Man, woman, black, white, whatever. Everybody has had a night like this where they just was like, oh, I can't hang out with this person no more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta cut. You kind of learn about the people that you need to cut out of your life.
Or, you know, where you're going to go from there with that person. Like, all right, this guy's only going to get called when, you know, this needs to be done, or, you know, I have to see them. But you start putting, I hate to say this, but you start putting people in an order, if you will.
Yeah, friends, associates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I trust me, I know that's a horrible thing to say, but it's kind of what you end up doing in your life. You do have, you know, you got one person you call your best friend, and then you kind of make a line from there. We don't want to admit we do that, but there's one person in your life you'll do anything for, and there's one person in your life that if they call you, you're going to say, I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing to say at all. That's reality. And it doesn't make, I look at it like this. And I just want to say, it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person if you don't click with somebody. It just means that for whatever reason, you just don't have that chemistry. You have people that you'll meet in life that you have chemistry with, you like to hang out with, you like to bond with, whatever. And there's some people that you just don't mix. Don't make you bad people. It's just like you just don't mix.
Yeah, some personalities clash. Look, I know some personalities clash because people are too much alike. And their personalities are too they literally, like I said before, they clash because they're too much alike.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why when you're like relationships, getting married or whatever the case may be, you wanna ideally get with somebody that's the opposite of you.
The opposite, but still with
like within reason. But it's like if it's too much like you, it's gonna be too much of a clash. I think. My opinion.
Yeah. I mean, my fiance can't stand wrestling. She thinks it's weird.
Or you mean the whole guys, you know, rubbing up against each other and man? Yeah, it's nothing weird about that.
Yeah, no, she just thinks it's weird. She just thinks, I mean, although, you know what's weird? Here's what's weird to me. Her brother is like a diehard football fan. Like, he'll take off work and shit like that. A diehard and so is her mother. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird to me. Diehard football fans scare me a little bit. I know I might get shit for saying that. Y'all are fucked up.
Yeah.
You think wrestling fans are fucked up? I don't think so.
Yeah, I put it to you like this. If you're going to games and it's like 20 below,
yeah,
and you're out there with no shirt on just so you can show off a big-ass R or whatever on your chest, or a group of y'all that...
Oh, he paints his face for games, and I'm like, no, I will not go to it. No. I won't go.
Does he pull like a Patrick Warburton from Seinfeld?
No, he don't.
I love that dude. I'm sorry. I think he's hilarious.
No, he's a diehard fan. And she completely gets it. And she sees me watching match. I don't understand how you can watch this. And I'm like, no, but you understand when your brother takes off a day of work to watch a football game? Yeah. That he just can't fucking DVR? Shut up. But anyway, that's differences, little fucking differences. But B-Meg says basically, I did just describe best friends as a girlfriend or a spouse, and that's who you're really searching for in life. Most people. I'm not everybody. Not everybody wants that, but most people in life, your friends do sort of judge who you end up with in a way.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's all about how you feel about the person, so it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. But yeah. I guess it kind of depends, because sometimes if you've been friends, I put it to you like if you've been friends with somebody for like 20 years, you've known somebody like their whole life. Sometimes they can get like a vibe out of a person before you can, because like if you're with the person, if you're in like the mix, so to speak, you can sometimes your nose is wide open, so you can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes that outside perspective to go, I don't know, homie. I don't think she's right for you.
Yeah. Which, let's face it, we've been talking here, you know, these, your good friends will fucking sit you down and go, dude, listen, I had to sit one of my really good friends down and tell him that I saw the girl he was ready to ask marry him. I saw her in a restaurant with another dude, and it was not just a friend. She was holding his hand. She was sitting beside him, kissing him. I had to walk.
She couldn't even say, "Oh, this is my brother."
No, she couldn't. And she didn't see me for like. I stayed hidden for a good 20, 30, 45 minutes just to kind of keep an eye and look what she was doing. Finally, I decided to make myself noticed. So I walked up and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Julie, what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, how long have you been here?" I'm like, "Oh, I just got here." I just got here. Just saw you. Wanted to say hi. Who's this? She tried to play, "Oh, this is just a guy from work. I'm having dinner, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, right, bitch. Anyway. Yeah, I had to sit down.
Man. I've had situations like that, and it's like dicey for me, because it's almost like the minute you open your mouth, even if obviously it's coming from a place they're trying to look out for your buddy, but you automatically become the problem.
Yeah, and luckily he had a feeling, so I confirmed his suspicions is all I did. But, you know, he never took it wrong. He actually appreciated that I actually fucking told him. How, you know, because a lot of my friends were like, "I wouldn't have said a fucking word." I mean, you guys are dicks. You would have let him propose to this fucking bitch who's going to ruin his fucking life? You really would have let him just propose to her?
Yeah, I wouldn't let it go that far. So I would have did what you did too. But it's just one of those things, man, where it's just like it's just dicey.
Yeah,
it's that proverbial razor's edge.
Listen, I'm still friends with the guy to this day. I still, every fucking holiday, he texts me or I text him. You know, he's in Florida. Trust me, if I went back, every time I go back, he picks me up from the airport, and I'm still friends with a lot of my friends in Florida because of the way I handled myself. But yeah, trust me, dude, that sucked to do, and I did go through the. Should I just not even fucking tell him? And then I'm like, nah, man, I'd want to know. I'd want to know.
Yeah,
I know I'd want to know. I'm like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I look at it like this: you passed along the information. What he does with it at that point is up to him. But at least you can live. At least you can live with a clear conscience. And like,
he dumped her right that fucking day. I mean, I'll admit I hated the fucking little cunt anyway. But you know,
so you.
Oh, I mean, I'm not. Look, even though I hated her, it was still tough to break the dude's heart. But you know, yeah.
Popping fireworks.
Who?
Our neighbors. You don't hear them?
As long as it's not gunshots.
We're still here, folks.
Donald Trump inauguration fireworks. Only in Texas, baby. Oh, everywhere else they're protesting. Here, there's a fireworks. No, you can feed the turtles. That's fine. The turtles can be fed. It's okay. Yeah, just... All right. What? That's it? Look how big those turtles are. Give them some food. I'll feed them again. Don't worry. I know. I will tomorrow. All right.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
I want to read you something real quick. It's like a quick little paragraph that basically summarizes the whole film.
Okay.
Okay, the film revolves around four friends, all young men going nowhere with their lives. Tom and Johnny have dead-end jobs. One works as a telemarketer, that's Tom, and aspires to be an actor. The other is a supermarket clerk. While Willie and Fernando, who prefers the name Vinny, are unemployed and use people to get what they want. They go out for a, quote, guys' night out on the town from the Bronx to Manhattan and fall victim to various disasters. Tom wrecks his car, Willie gets the guys thrown out of a party, etc. Most of which they bring on themselves. During their night out, their relationships with one another become strained, and the various situations lead to conflict between them, and by the end of the movie, they have all separated.
Pretty much.
That pretty much. So we're going to like dip in and out of the movie because it's really, like I said, it's really not a deep movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, and
teaches you a lot about, honestly, teaches you a lot about the human experience when it comes to people.
Yeah,
it really does. It's like, yeah, like I said, this honestly is this movie would be a good movie for sociology classes.
Oh, wow, maybe, I guess. It could.
I mean, like, if you really kind of think about it, like, you know, just how the natural progression. And I'm actually being serious when I say the natural progression of how they go from, like, that opening scene, right, when they are on the subway.
Mm-hmm.
You would think they were like the best of friends, but by like 30 to 45 minutes into the movie, they're at each other's throats.
Mm.
I mean, it's a progressional thing. It's a progression thing, but you really start to see, like, wow. They really weren't as close as I assumed they were at the beginning.
Right.
So that's what I mean, you know, in terms of, you know, if you want to look at it like that aspect.
No, yeah, I understand that. I'm at the part where they're at the Peep show.
Speaking of hopeless romantics.
Yeah. So why don't we just jump to there? I mean, we're like, you know, we've pretty much already explained the movie. We can jump around, talk some funny scenes in the movie. This is definitely one of them. They talk to one of their buddies, their drug dealer friends, tells them there's nothing going on in Brooklyn, so they decide to head out to Manhattan.
Manny-Hanny.
And they end up at a Peep show, 25-cent Peep show. Don't forget.
Remember, how archaic are those?
I've never been to one. I had one right across the street from my work in Florida and never went to one.
Wow, I thought I've never actually been to one myself, so I can't even talk about them. But I figured you might have went to one of those in the 90s.
No, I preferred strip clubs.
Strip clubs are the real thing.
Yeah, I'd prefer them. I'd prefer the vag right about this far from my face.
Yes, I'm a little bit selective. It depends on cleanliness, because them strippers obviously get around.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hey.
But it also depends on what strip club you're at.
Remember the one I hung out at? I spent 2 years going to every weekend. I knew the ones to pick, my friend. There was a girl there. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this one. Her name was Pamela. She was literally probably 4'9".
So about Alexa Bliss height.
She looked, and I will not, like a mini Pamela Anderson, which is why she was named Pamela.
Oh, that was a stripper name, huh?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to give any of their fucking real names.
Yeah, I understood.
Oh, dude, she was at a couple of my parties too. But no, dude, but they were so, I knew which girls to go for, but she was one of them that she was so hot and so tiny. I don't know, man. Petite girls I've always dated girls that were shorter than me and younger. So I don't know. But yeah, she was just gorgeous. Then there was a tall blonde there named her Cynthia, who looked like it's funny, she looked then like, what's her name? The Sweeten, the girl on Stacy Sweeten. That's her name. What's her name?
What, on Jodie, what on Full House?
Jodie Sweetin, yeah, she looks like she does now. She looked like that back then.
Oh wow!
Tall, blonde, thick legs, big tits. Oh, I used to love the fucking strip bar. God damn it!
See, now I understand. I understand your affinity for Florida more and more each week, Box. I understand.
I love Florida. Trust me, man. I think about going back every day. My kids and my fiance would go back with me in a second, dude, if I had a chance.
And don't worry, you're still a young guy. You can make it happen one day. Because I know you're going to have the time of your life once you get down there. We may never hear from you again because you'll be out and about having too much fun.
Nah, I mean, at least I'll have something to fucking... Dude, I have, like, no friends here, bro. It's so hard to move somewhere at 32 years old and make friends.
Oh, God. Oh, B-Max has a question for you, Box. The slippers called the patrons marks, or is that a specific wrestling term?
No, it is not a specific wrestling term. They did.
I thought they called them John. No, I'm sorry. That's for
those are
prostitution.
Some of the girls definitely called them Johns then. But yeah, most of them, yeah, they would do. They would in the in their little circle. They would always say a mark.
Yes,
they would.
Isn't it funny the similarities that you can really put between wrestlers and strippers? They both the whole goal is to work you out your money.
It is. It is. Their whole goal is to get you in the club, get you in the fucking arena. It's the same shit. It really is. But yeah, they do. They did. They would always they did. I always thought it was a little funny that way. But yeah, you would hear them all getting together and in the back on those lovely nights where I would stay till after 2 o'clock and be able to go in the back.
Oh, the champagne room?
No. I've been in the locker room.
Ah. Because according to Chris Rock, there's no sex in the champagne room.
Not unless you got the money. Trust me. That's all I'll say, is trust me.
Oh, I can believe it. I mean, it's pretty much obvious when you go to those places.
The things I have seen, I probably shouldn't even say. I have seen many a things. Many a things.
Imagine.
Huh?
I said I can only imagine.
Yeah, like I said, one night maybe I'll get a couple guys from Florida on a off night, and we'll do a reminiscing show. You will not believe some of the stories we can tell. And if I get Joe, who hung out with me mostly at this strip bar, Joe's seen a lot of things go down there too. A lot of things go down there. But anyway, back to this little Peep show. They're so cheap and broke that all four of them use $1/4 to go in the Peep show. Now, John Leguizamo, being the hopeless romantic he is, they're watching... It's not even a live Peep show. You go in and you watch a porn movie.
Yeah.
Well, in the porn movie, he sees the girl that he has been obsessing over getting dirty nailed.
Yeah. He goes ape shit.
Yeah. Basically, not a happy guy. Talk about ruining his night. Everyone else is talking about how he ruined their night when really his night is the one ruined. And Vinny, or what's his name, Fernando, starts giving him shit when they finally get in the car, and
which way a pussy go? Like this or like this? I'm sorry, that was funny.
Yeah, starts giving him shit like he's some sort of virgin. And, they're laughing so hard that they crash the car into a dead end.
And I'll say this, we kind of been making light of Dougie Doug's character, but he did have one. I'll give him two. We'll get to that scene later. But this scene right here, like he has like a heart-to-heart with Johnny over the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically, I guess like, because he had a, let's just we established a little bit earlier that he had a crush on this girl, like, and it wasn't like he wanted to, I want to fuck her brains out type of crush. He genuinely liked this girl, like he wanted to marry her, be in a relationship. I love you, baby. Here's some flowers. He would have been that type of boyfriend, all right. And he basically painted this picture of this woman in his head that, oh, she's the, she's an angel. He put her on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys have made this mistake. And Willie basically broke it down to him like this. You can't be mad at her because she isn't the vision that you had, that you created of her. She's just out having her fun, living her life, and you wasn't on that. You're getting mad at her for not being how you expected her to be. It don't work like that. And I thought that he actually made some sense on that.
Yeah, he definitely had some message moments in this movie and definitely some heart-to-heart moments with John Leguizamo, and he tried to have that with everybody, but not everybody was so accepting to it. I'm looking at you, Vinny, you piece of shit.
Come on, but look, we all got that one buddy that's like a social pariah when it comes to women.
Which he does explain at the end of the movie. We'll get to that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a long movie, folks, but it honestly, once you start watching, it really does fly by.
It does. It does. Like I said, I being the action cop movie, I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm like, oh shit. Nope, that didn't happen. Oh shit, you're gonna get shot. Nope, that didn't happen either.
They could have got shot when they pissed off those Puerto Ricans at the party. Should we go to that? Get to that scene?
I thought they were gonna get shot. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get their ass kicked. No,
Oh god,
they just get kicked out. They blamed Dougie Doug for that, but that wasn't really his fault. He was over there making a giant sandwich, but they sneak into a party. They're trying to yell at these girls out of the car window. They see them go up to an apartment building. They're in New York. They jump out of the car. They go up, and the guy goes, "Yeah, just say Jose sent me."
And like, come on, I'm sorry.
Like 30 guys turn around.
This is so racist. It's a Puerto Rican party. There got to be at least one Jose in there. Oh God.
Wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. This is the part I want to hear, where they ask him which Jose. Hold on. Let me see. Here. Let me see here. Yeah.
Oh, no, president. Could have been president. Vasquez. Jose Vasquez.
You know what I think, bro? I think you're full of shit, black boy.
Is that what you think I am? Black? I'm Dominican. You're Dominican?
See. All right. He probably should have said that either. But anyway, he went through a bunch of different Jose names. He said every name that ended in a Z, except for Rodriguez. He missed Rodriguez. That might have been a good one. But, yeah, and they get thrown out. And, they blame him, but I don't know. He didn't get him kicked out, really. But I know in the movie they got to blame somebody, so they did.
Yeah, and another funny scene in this movie was, I guess, Tom was basically chilling in the cut because it was a Puerto Rican party. He said he couldn't get into the music and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Johnny teaches him how to dance.
Yeah. Him and John Leguizamo just sitting there dancing, and they were doing good too. They were doing good. You want to play the? Hold on here. Let's see. Here. Here's the part.
It's a nickname, that's all.
Picture of it. But it says Fernando Cuevas.
Okay. After the party and after the wreck, they decided to take the subway. They jump the turnstile.
Yes, old school,
Old school. I don't think you can even do that anymore.
No.
No, I think you'll probably get your fucking head chopped off or something in New York for something like that now. But yeah, so they jump the turnstile right when they do it. They think they got away. Two, I believe they're called transit cops in New York, correct? Right,
yeah.
Right, yeah. Transit cops run into them, and they get taken into transit prison, I guess you could call that.
And we got to. I don't know if you can find that scene quick, but when the cops get them, when they dragging away Dougie Doug, it's hilarious. He lets out the girliest screams I've ever heard.
Yeah, I can probably
captured on film.
Let's see if I can go back here.
Oh God!
I'm sure I can. Oh, yep. Damn it! I just had it.
It's hilarious.
There you go.
Tell me that wasn't funny.
That's a trip. All right, let me find where I was now. I got to get back to that part where the guy thought he would. Now, after all that, they call him Vinny. Well,
we should play the scene just to kind of set up why the cops are giving him shit.
I will. And the cop has his license, and they're looking at it, and they're like, says Fernando here.
But he just called you Vinny.
He just called you Vinny. So I'll play the scene. I haven't really played many scenes. Might as well play a few. Let's see where I might need to move this. So give me a second here.
Bird ball or something.
I'm a little past it. Hold on.
Man.
Oh, and Mario Joyner is so scared. Tom in this movie is so scared his voice is high pitched the whole time.
Yeah.
And every time they ask him a question, he's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm actually surprised because the cops, normally in a situation like this, because, we reviewed Juice a couple months back, whenever the cops arrest a group, they always separate them. To give them, that's how they get the stories out of you.
Yeah, but these are transit cops. They saw what they did. It's not worth it. But anyway, let's see. I might need to move up a little here.
What a night.
We're a few seconds behind. Hold on.
Is this something funny? Hey, you guys cut it out, man.
That was obviously Mario Joyner being scared in the high voice.
You find us some music?
I was almost waiting for a Goodfellas there. You find this amusing? It's funny. My clown. Eh?
And honestly, before you play that again, you know who that cop reminded me of facially a little bit?
Who?
With the lighting?
Who?
I acted Hall. What's that actor's name? He's a New York guy too. Damn it. Michael Rapaport.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Let's see, who was that? There were two of them. Let me see if I got the right one here. The big, goofy, funny one was named Gene Canfield. Oh, shit, he's been in a bunch of... Jesus Christ, he was the prison guard in Goodfellas.
Whoa, are you serious?
I'm dead serious. He's been in Meet Joe Black, Scent of a Woman, Sea of Love. Dude, this guy has been in... He's been in multiple episodes of Law & Order, Law & Order Special Victims, Law & Order Trial by Jury, Law & Order Regular Law & Order, Law & Order Criminal Intent. This guy's been in a shitload of fucking stuff, man. Big movies, some big movies. Bullet, 1996. Goodfellas, Sea of Love, like I said. Guy's done some good fucking Carlito's Way. He was a train conductor. Jesus Christ, is he connected to this movie? He's all over the place. He was a police officer in The Sopranos.
Wow.
He's got a lot of, and he's done multiple episodes of Law & Order and Criminal Intent, SVU, the regular one. So, this guy's been around, man. Definitely been around. But, so he was in Goodfellas. Isn't that funny?
Yes. I might have to start doing some research, see if I can do some Goodfellas-related references.
There you go.
Or, it's a difference between a movie and a show that was on for 12 years.
Yeah, it could be a little different. Might want to find a, different one. But let's see here. Let's go back to this.
Thomas McNeil. Yeah. What's your profession?
I'm an actor.
Yeah, can't you tell? He's acting like he's terrified.
Yo, Vinny, man, stop this shit there, Vinny.
All right, here we go.
I have in my hand an ID card with your picture on it. Picture on it. But it says Fernando Cuevas.
Yeah, so?
So your friend over here just called you Vinny.
Yeah, so that's a nickname. That's all.
What's your nationality?
I'm Puerto Rican, man.
Oh my God.
I can't believe it, man. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that. Why do your friends call you Vinny?
It's a nickname, that's all.
From Fernando to Vinny? I mean, why isn't it something like Furman or Furball?
Furball.
It's Vinny, that's all.
Is he telling the truth?
Well, I ain't say nothing. I don't know nothing.
I asked you a question.
Hold on. Mario Joner is so funny in this party. I don't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. He. Oh, okay.
Why do you call him Vinny if his name is Fernando?
He thinks he's Italian.
Thinks he's Italian? So you think you're Italian, huh? Let me tell you something. I'm Italian, okay? You see that name? Santinelli? I'm Italian. And I'm gonna tell you something. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will never be Italian. Scum like you could never be in the same company as me. And I'm gonna write you a summons.
All right. That was that. So that pretty much explains the Vinny / Fernando thing, because we hadn't really explained it very well. But that's basically why he thought he wanted him to call him Vinny. Plus, he was Vinny with all the girls that he had met.
Shout out to Weebs, who, as usual, dropped some knowledge on us.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Vasquez, the director of the film, based the Fernando, a.k.a. Vinny, character on himself. According to Vasquez, he went through a phase of wearing his hair slicked back. His friends accused him of trying to look Italian and nicknamed him Vinny. He also said that Vinny's womanizing was based on himself. Vinny originally had many more lines in the film, but Vasquez originally wrote the part for himself, but he trimmed the part in editing so the character would not overshadow the rest of the cast.
Mm-hmm.
A sequel titled Hangin with the Homegirls was planned, but never came to fruition.
Ooh, thank God. Now, on that note, Weebs, of course, also spit out that, in the facts, that John Leguizamo really wanted that part to be street smart, wearing latest urban fashion, but Vasquez insisted Johnny be an innocent character. Leguizamo originally could not believe that a young man from the ghetto could be so innocent until Vasquez did tell him that the part was based on himself.
Yes.
Yep. So, I guess he based a little bit of each of these parts on himself.
Yes.
Which, if you watch this movie, one person could 100% go through all of these phases and emotions very quickly in their life through, 4 or 5 years. This could be someone's 20s right here.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the one thing everybody has in common.
Mm-hmm.
Human experience. Everybody's been young.
Absolutely.
Everybody's been through shit.
Yeah, absolutely. We move on a little bit. This is where the movie takes a bit of a turn. Vinny we'll call him, because they kept calling him Vinny throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's his name, yeah, Vinny.
Yeah, we'll call him Vinny. After the transit cops bust him, they go into a restaurant, a diner, go get something to eat, and Vinny tries hitting on these two girls that walk in. One of them is short-haired, looks like a pretty tough girl, and the other is a beautiful black girl. She really is, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Wow.
they give him no play whatsoever.
None at all. The girl even tells him he has herpes, and he breaks out a condom like it's no big deal.
What do you go? The Knoxo 9. Say it with me. The Knoxo 9.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And they get up, walk away from him, and the short-haired, tough-looking one goes and sits beside Johnny. That's an easy one to say, John Leguizamo. And kind of starts talking to him, and immediately starts dissing Vinny, which John Leguizamo has no problem doing the same thing, because they actually just got into an argument where he told him he was an asshole too.
Now, we should kind of backtrack, because they end up in this bar because along the way, Tom finds out that his girl was two-timing him.
Well, we're not there yet.
What?
No.
Oh, because when you brought up the... Yeah,
they're just about to go to the bar.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I'm ahead of myself.
Yep. The girls at this point tell them they're going to play pool at another bar, and they go there.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
Yep. And John Leguizamo actually makes a little bit of headway with the tough chick. She actually ends up really liking him. And Vinny's very confused at what's going on.
He said it's only two decent-looking women in this place. One of them's talking to Willie, the other's talking to Johnny.
Now,
I'm sorry, that was...
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was like one of the funniest lines of the whole movie.
It was. Now, Dougie Doug wasn't making much headway with this girl. He sits there and, calls her this and calls her that. And she starts going at him about, have you done anything? Have you joined any protests? Have you signed a petition? Have you done this? Have you done that? Basically, she called him out for being a lazy piece of shit that he is.
Yeah.
But John Leguizamo makes some good headway with this girl. And I'll tell you what, man, I like that short-haired chick. She's hot as hell.
And I look at it like this. He made headway because she knew that he had no kind of expectations of anything. He was just she could tell like he was just like he was naive.
Mm-hmm.
And like he didn't have any kind of like expectations. Like a guy like Vinny, she could pick him out of, she could, pick those kind of guys out like that.
Right.
Like kind of like play, pushed into the side. But she felt, she kind of felt like, yeah, I could trust this one.
Yeah, she hasn't done much, that girl. Actually, after Hanging with the Homeboys, it's Law and Order, and she was in Homicide: Life on the Street. Wow, she was in more than one episode. I'm surprised I don't remember her. I will next time I watch the show, because I like that show. Chicago Hope, she was on. The Blacklist. So she's done a little bit of new stuff, but she's pretty hot. Pretty fucking hot. A lot of these. What is that? She was in CSI Miami? Hold on here. I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyway, yeah, Mary B. Ward. That's her name. Mary B. Ward. So, he actually ends up getting the girl's number. Her name is Luna.
Not Bashan.
Nope. And she does not live on the second floor, for any of you 80 Musics fans out there.
Yes. Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at her now, and it's like, I don't know. She kind of, like, she has, I don't know what she is exactly, but she has, like, a very exotic look.
Yes, very.
And those eyes, man, whew.
Yeah,
I'm stuck in
the
those
eyes,
eyes.
and
That's what's doing it for me, honestly.
only certain women can pull off short hair, very short hair. And to me, when a woman really pulls it off, it is really sexy.
Are you trying to tell us you're an Ellen fan, Box?
No, I can't. Did you hear me say certain women can pull off short hair? She is not a woman to me. Ellen is a dude without a dick. That's what I consider Ellen, in my opinion. I know that's going to get me a lot of shit, but like I could never look at Ellen and be like, yeah, I'd fuck that on a drunk night. No.
Oh. Oh, another random factoid I forgot to mention earlier. I wanted to bring this up earlier. Remember that caseworker that you had brought up from NYPD Blue?
Mm-hmm.
You know who she's married to?
Mm-mm.
Samuel L. Jackson.
No shit.
That's his wife.
Well, motherfucker.
Latanya Richardson Jackson. Yep, that's her name.
That's what... Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Samuel motherfucking Jackson's married to that, and that's why her name is Richardson Jackson.
Yes.
Well, motherfucker. I don't know, every time I hear Samuel Jackson, I just want to say motherfucker a lot.
Yeah. And they've been together a long... By the time this movie came out, they had been together for 11 years.
Wow.
But they've been married since 1980.
Wow. Well, shit. Good for Sam motherfucking Jackson. Hell yeah. That's good. Well,
just a little random fact to it I want to throw in there.
That really ties her into NYPD Blue and many other fucking movies. So, hell yeah. And now, Anthony, we are at the part that you mentioned where they finally leave the bar, and now Mario Joyner realizes that his girlfriend is Go Anthony Go.
Basically, Tom finds his girl with hugged up with another dude, and he gets pissed off, and he goes to confront her about it. And the guy that she's with, who's this dude? And she basically she shoos him away like, just go over there. Go over there for a second.
Yeah.
And then like the fellas is trying to listen in. Fellas, can we get some privacy?
And I'm going to say,
please? I
know I may get shit, but goddamn it, the guy looked like a skinny little Billy Blanks.
Oh, yes.
He really did look like if Billy Blanks lost weight and got a little shorter, this could be Billy Blanks' brother.
And I don't know, fellas. I mean, I guess, we've all been there where a girl and done us wrong. But, Box, I don't know if you have it queued up. Play a little bit of this. Because the movie can speak volumes more than we can on this scene here.
Oh, what's new? Which
I
part
guess
of it?
when he kind of like confronts her and
like
they had a little heart-to-heart in the hallway of an abandoned apartment building or whatever.
Oh, in the hallway? Yeah, I can play that part. Give me one sec.
Tommy wants answers, damn it. He wants answers.
Here, I'll start right... That's too far, too far, too far. Give me one sec. Here we go.
Let's go in this building over here. Man, Vanessa, I don't understand. I mean, I know I cared about you. I don't know what's happened. You aren't being fair. I've been totally faithful to you.
Look, Tommy, I'm not trying to be a bitch, you know?
She's a bitch.
Tommy, I really like you.
Let me just say right there. The other three friends will not give him any privacy. They've ducked into a building. They are down there listening. And the second she says, I'm not trying to be a bitch, any one of your friends would look at their boys and go, she's being a bitch.
That's rule. Anytime a woman says, I'm not trying to be a bitch, she's a bitch.
You look at your boys and go, oh, she's being a bitch. And that's exactly what Vinny looks over at the guys and goes, she's being a bitch. Anyway, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I kind of ruined that here. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oop, fucked it up.
I've been totally faithful to you.
Look, Tommy, I'm not trying to be a bitch, you know?
She's a bitch.
Tommy, I really like Frederick.
Frederick. They laugh at his name.
I'm sorry. Really.
Well, he got his answer.
Oh, shit.
And they run. Obviously not the answer he was looking for. He was, and Vinny says these words in a little while, head over heels. That's another part I want to play, because we've talked about how kind of Vinny's an asshole, a womanizer, blah blah blah. But we do find out why.
Basically, the scene you're talking about is basically Johnny becomes a man.
Yeah, and we're actually, we're kind of at that scene, because they do go right from that scene where he gets dumped right to a bar where he's trying to drink his sorrows away, and the Vinny is basically, Johnny's sitting there like trying to be caring and like, hey, let's just go home, let's get out of here, just go home, relax, chill out. And Vinny's like, no, you need to go get some pussy. That'll fucking make you feel better. Let's go get some pussy. Finally, Tommy stands up like, yo, my fucking night. This is my moment. I'm the one hurting. And they do what Tommy wants to do. Tommy, in his fit of anger, I want to get some pussy.
Play the clip. Tommy says it better than anybody.
Give me a minute here. Here, I'll go ahead.
And you think I always been like this, bro?
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is one of the clips I did want to play because
I've been where Tommy's at. I know what you're talking about.
This explains Vinny a little bit. Here.
All you gotta do is just you go home, you relax, you chill out for a little while, right?
Home. Wait, no. Wait a second, man. That's the last thing he needs to do. He's got to do the exact opposite. You got to get out there, see there's more women out there, and pretty women too, man, because that Vanessa was nothing to scream at, Jay.
No, man, that's not what he needs. That's not what he needs. What you need, man, is, look, if anybody knows about depression, it's me, right, man?
Hey, man, how do you know what he needs, man? You don't know what he needs, so you ain't never been through what he's been through, all right? Because you ain't never had a girl in your life.
So why you gonna go back into that shit again?
That's right, man. Look at you tonight over there in that pool hall with that girl, man. She looked like she was getting ready to sit on your face. You're talking about she's gonna be your friend. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what? You wouldn't know what to do with a girl if she was standing in front of you naked. See, now I know all about women. I've been that route, man, and I know what Tommy's going through.
Oh, yeah, right, man. But you think you know what Tommy's going through, man. But you never cared for any of them, so you have no idea what Tommy's going through either, all right?
All right. Here's the part coming up right
now.
You
think I always been like this, bro? Yeah. No way, bro.
Tommy calling him?
I used to fall head over heels over women, man. Every time. You know what I got in return? Hurt. Every time. No more of that shit. Those days are over. End up looking all pitiful like Tommy over here and shit.
Yo, bartender, get my pitiful.
Okay, so that kind of explains a little bit of where Vinny's coming from. Why he is, or Fernando, why he is the way he is. He got hurt. And a lot of guys do that when they get hurt. They just turn to look at the movie The Wedding Singer. It's kind of the same story. Guy gets hurt. Eventually, one of his friends is a womanizer. One of them's a hopeless romantic. And, turns out the guy that's the hurt guy really doesn't want to feel that way anymore. But, this does explain Vinny, why he is the way he is a little bit more. Gets a little deeper into the character, I guess.
Yeah, it gives some exposition. It kind of you walk away from, obviously, if the movie was a little longer or they did a sequel or whatever, you would understand more. But it's like, I wish they kind of, like I said, I like this movie. But I wish they kind of had like establish a little bit of that early on, so you'd be like,
yeah.
Maybe they didn't want to establish him as too much of a sympathetic character.
Well, I think that's what they wanted to do. I think they wanted to really play his character as the womanizing piece of shit, but then right around the last few minutes of the movie show him that this is why he is that way, and maybe he does have a heart. It's just he doesn't want to open up. Right, he won't open up and let it free. You know.
Yeah.
So, we will get to those in a minute because we talked about this film was a bomb at the movie theater. We've put a bunch of movies that came out in 1991. So we will definitely check those out. Oh, wait a minute. Tommy said the line, and I missed it. Here we go.
What do you want it to be?
I want to get me some pussy.
There you go.
Words to live by, gentlemen.
There
words
you go.
To live by.
And that is where they go. They end up at a bar. They try to get in, but the guy at the bar won't let them in. Asks them for 3 pieces of ID. Anything they do, trust me, they won't. They don't. John Leguizamo gives them 3 pieces. He says they're not. They won't let him in for nothing. They meet a Rasta guy who gets him in the bar. See, even then, I'm like, oh, shit. Now something's going to fucking happen. Someone's coming out of the fucking pipes. Nope. The guy actually gets him in the bar.
Now, as they were trying to get in the bar, this might have been a Dougie Doug or Willie's best freak out moment. Because I think the guy say, like, get your dog and get out of here, or something like that. That just kind of pissed them off.
I want to see 3 pieces of ID from everybody.
3 pieces of ID? Who the hell carries 3 pieces of ID?
Word, man, we got busted by the cops. We didn't even 1 piece of ID. All right, look, fellas, you're blocking the door, huh? Now please leave.
This is racist bullshit.
I might have 3 pieces of ID. What do you guys have?
Yo, Johnny, man, you can have a signed statement from God. You're not getting in this place tonight.
Oh, yeah? Let's see. I got 3 pieces of ID right here. You want to check them out?
None of those are valid ID, huh?
What are you talking about? They're not valid, man. They're valid.
This is racist fucking bullshit.
Come on, let's go.
No, I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm not going for this no more. This is fucking racist bullshit.
Hey, you better put this dog back on his leash before I hurt him. You understand?
Fuck you! Fuck you and your fucking club! I'm organizing a rally, and I'm fucking calling out shots in the mall.
Hey, get the hell out of here, huh? Get him out of here, will you?
I'm organizing a rally, and I'm marching all over your fucking debate. Get off me!
Man, take it easy, bro, man.
No, man, I'm serious. I'm calling fat ass out right now. Where's the phone? Come on, chill out.
Caught him fat ass Al. Now, what you do realize there is that girl did have a little bit of an effect on him.
Yeah.
Because now he's trying, I'm going to organize a rally, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So, you know, maybe she did have a bit of an effect on him. After that freak out, the Rasta man gets him in the bar. They couldn't get him in for $5 each man. And, you know, they go into the bar, and, hold on a sec here. This is another, drinks, 2 drinks, $15. And John Leguizamo is shocked. That shows how little he gets out. $15 for 2 drinks at a club isn't that bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and this is 1991, folks, and it's only gotten worse.
Yeah, exactly. Mario Joyner, or Tom in the movie, is hitting on every woman he sees, shot down, to the point where he's not even waiting to get shot down. Not even waiting. He's actually just walking up to the women and shooting them down himself. Tell you what, you give me a second, I'll even get to that part, because I laughed my ass off at that part right there. So, give me a second here. It's right after they pay the... fuck it, I might as well play the drink part.
No class.
No, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, I guess you think I want to dance with you, huh? Guess what, big head? I wouldn't dance with you even if you didn't look like a saber-tooth tiger, bitch. What do you think about that?
Meanwhile, she was hot. But, you know, they're going through. Vinny, obviously, is giving his line of, you know, all this shit. Then he finds out of all these people, the porn star chick that Johnny is infatuated with asks her to dance, and Vinny takes over the dance floor like fucking Travolta in Saturday Night Live. Wouldn't you say?
Wow, that's high praise from you, Box.
Hey, he does. He fucking takes over the... He could have been doing the fucking Hustle right down there, fucking right to the Bee Gees. But they're not. They're out there just dancing, and he's got his hands all over this girl, and he's just dancing. But obviously,
she's going with it though.
She is. She's into it. John Leguizamo sees this, and he's watching for a minute, but it's when he starts putting his hands all over her. Then he gets down on his knees and starts doing some weird gyrations that I wasn't sure why that angered him, but it did. John Leguizamo goes over.
To be fair, like, we have to set the scene. He was eye level to her her lady parts,
and she was gyrating the lady parts a little bit. And John Leguizamo goes nuts, kind of grabs him by his hair, and starts, asking him what the fuck is wrong with him, blah, blah, blah. All the boys jump in, pull him off. And, but I mean, John Leguizamo is not only surprised, he is literally, they show him mouth agape, just wide open, like, oh my God. And goes over, grabs Vinny by the hair, lifts him up. Vinny's threatening to kick his ass. And doesn't do it eventually, because the guys have him. But when they leave the bar, because Vinny basically says, I'm cool, and walks out, and goes to try to talk to Johnny. That doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Johnny actually ends up whipping his ass.
Yes.
Whipping his ass outside the bar. Knocks him out, actually, because they actually...
and honestly, it was like a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically, Vinny had been riding him throughout the movie. It's not a long movie, but you kind of like, when I first saw this movie...
No, you know what?
I would say after about 15, 20 minutes, I said, something's going to happen. I don't know what, but something was going to happen between Vinny and John. You can just kind of tell. The tension was building between them the whole fucking night.
Johnny was the bully I'm sorry. Vinny was the bully to Johnny. Yeah. So you knew, you were hoping at least Johnny would get his, comeuppance in this. So here, I'll go ahead and fucking play the part. Why not, right?
Hey, Johnny, come here. Hey, come here, Johnny. I want to talk to you, man. Come on. What was that shit all about, man? Huh? What was that shit all about? I'm talking to you, bro. What was that all about? I'm talking to you, man.
Man, the girl you were dancing with, that's the girl I'm crazy about, all right? That's the girl I cared about, man. Just leave me the fuck alone, all right? I'm really angry, man. Just leave me the fuck alone.
That's the girl you were crazy about? Fucking girl works for X-rated movies, man. You could see a fucking guy for 25 cents. 25 cents, least she could do is charge a full $1.
Man, why don't you go back and dance with her, right, man? I don't need her, man. Why don't you go back? You can have her. Just leave me the fuck alone, all right?
Now you're saying that shit after you fucked up my whole night,
man, we'll just take your whole fucking night and keep recycling that shit over and over again, man. It won't mean nothing to you, all right? Because I deserve a lot fucking better, but you don't, motherfucker.
I'll tell you what you deserve, motherfucker.
Get off
what you
me,
deserve is a fucking kick in the ass, motherfucker. Man, what's the matter with you? Who the fuck do you think you are, man? What do you think you're better than me, man? You think you're better than me? You're just a fucking piece of shit. You're just like the fucking rest of us, man. You're just a fucking piece of shit. What are you afraid of?
Not you, Fernando.
One shot to the nuts. One shot to the gut, another shot to the nuts, and a great right hook, and Leguizamo knocks him out.
So, Box, did he do you proud? Was those some of the moves you would have pulled out?
I'm not big on a shot to the nuts, but if it'll get you out of a situation, it is not.
Hey, when you in the street, it was basically a street fight. Hey, all bets is off at that point.
Not uncalled for. So, especially for a smaller guy against a bigger guy.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Always go, if you 5 foot nothing and he like 8 foot something, always go for the balls. The only chance you got.
Yeah, and trust me, I'm used to being the at least the lighter guy always. So, because I'm always the lighter guy in the argument whenever I get into a fucking stupid fight. I'm never the big guy ever. God,
there's only one big guy.
That's right. Fucking
Podcast I actually have to check out one of these days.
yeah. So there's the split between Johnny and Vinny. Now comes, the other two are obviously left in the bar by themselves. This brings us to the last two, which is Tom and Willie. They end up getting a ride back with the Rasta man, of course. That got him in the bar. And they go into a little diner to get some breakfast. Tom ends up ordering a sandwich and doesn't get one for Willie. This is where Willie starts getting pissed off and, of course, basically calls him an Uncle Tom, which
I see why your name was Tom.
Right, exactly. And I just, so that's obviously, where that was enough for him. But, here, I'll go and play the end of this.
Yo, I'm a bum, fuck.
Anyway, I'll do this. Tom calls him a bum, basically is sick of his shit, and I'll play it from there.
You and your fake ass and bullshit. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna fucking make it. You hear me? I'm gonna make it. And if by some small chance I don't make it, then I'm gonna die trying. Which is more than I can say about anything you've ever done in your life, motherfuckers. Fuck you! Fuck you! You ain't gonna make shit! It's a piece of shit like the rest of us! Fuck you!
And Dougie Doug then turns around, sees some of the guys in that diner. Old, broken down, not looking very good. And you can sort of see he sees himself and he's not happy about it. But that's pretty much, where the movie ends. Johnny goes home, finds the girl's number, and starts filling out a college application.
Yeah. And it's a shame. I know we kind of blew off Hanging with the Homegirls sequel, which I'm glad they didn't make. But considering, like I said, like the last, I would say 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, you really start to see some kind of character progression. And I wish they had a kind of did a sequel looking back, just to kind of where are they now type of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But there was some growth. You were actually seeing signs of growth in the characters.
Yeah. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't the action-packed cop movie that I'm used to watching, but it was definitely a great, a good story, and I enjoyed it. Now, we talked about how this movie sort of bombed in 1991. Let me just give a list here. Of course, Weeble gave us a great list of some of the films that came out in 1991. I would say, out of just reading the quick list I'm looking at, I would say most of these movies have become like staples to a lot of people. Silence of the Lambs, Beauty and the Beast, Cape Fear, Terminator 2, Point Break, Boys in the Hood, Hook, Robin Hood, Fried Green Tomatoes, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, Addams Family.
Fucking movie.
Yeah, Addams Family, Thelma and Louise, New Jack City, What About Bob, The Doors, which I know you may not want to do that, but we do need to do that movie one night.
Okay, I can do that, yeah.
All right. Last Boy Scout, Oscar. I won't lie, I watched Oscar on Tuesday. Hot Shots, City Slickers, Out for Justice, Steven Seagal, People Under the Stairs, Toy Soldiers, really another underrated movie is Toy Soldiers. I like that movie.
What was that guy's name? Encino Man, and it was Sean Astin, right?
That was Sean Astin in that movie. Yeah, Sean Astin, Lou Gossett Jr. was in that movie. I liked that movie. Let's see, Doc Hollywood, Sleeping with the Enemy, Hudson Hawk, Bugsy, Harley Davidson, Marlboro Man, Mobsters. What a movie! Christian Slater, Patrick Dempsey. Dutch, Necessary Roughness. I like that movie. Jungle Fever, Stone
Fucking
Cold.
A.
Yeah. Ricochet, great movie. Five Heartbeats, which we mentioned. Ernest Scared Stupid, Suburban Commando, Billy Bathgate, King Ralph, and Only the Lonely. From all those movies that I just mentioned, I mean, come on, Silence of the Lambs, Cape Fear, Point Break, Boys in the...
Look, at the Terminator 2, it was over. It was over.
Really. Terminator 2 and Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man was huge that year. Bugsy was huge that year. People Under the Stairs, if I remember correctly, was giant that year. Thelma and Louise that year was a fucking giant. New Jack City. What About Bob? I'll still watch What About Bob.
That's one of Bill Murray's forgotten classics there.
Mm-hmm. Most of these
like
movies,
one of his hidden gems.
Yeah, most of these movies that I mentioned, I will still watch.
Billy Bathgate is probably the best name for a mobster ever.
Yeah, Billy Bathgate was a good Necessary Roughness. I know it wasn't. I enjoyed that movie with Sinbad and
yeah, I keep forgetting Sinbad was in that movie.
What's that guy's name? Scott Bakula from
Scott Bakula.
Bakula from Quantum Leap.
Damn, that's a throwback.
I like that show, man. That's a good fucking show. Oscar, like I said, I just watched that movie Tuesday. That's the movie where Stallone played a mobster, a mob boss, a comedy movie. Point Break. Point fucking Break was huge. That was like Keanu's breakout, basically his breakout movie after Bill and Ted. You know,
that's when he turned. Yeah, honestly, after once he came out with Point Break, that's when he went the action route.
It really exactly.
Couple years later, he did Speed.
Yep.
And I don't care what that first Speed to me is still up there.
Speed
one of the
2
greatest action movies of all time.
Speed 2 isn't that bad. Isn't even that bad. Like I said, Toy Soldiers is a great underrated movie. Hudson Hawk, I don't care what you say, it's a fucking funny ass movie. You know, Bugsy was Jungle Fever was a huge movie that year for the controversy. Stone Cold, Brian Bosworth, that was a big movie for that year too. Ricochet, that's an excellent movie. You ever seen that with Denzel Washington and John?
Is it the guy from
Footloose?
Damn, I can't think of it.
I literally had his name and I just fucking lost it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Footloose. There we go. Footloose. His name is... I can probably get it from someone in the chat.
John Lithgow. The guy from Third Rock from the Sun, right?
Lithgow. John Lithgow, yes. Third Rock from the Sun, one of the voices in Shrek. Yeah, that was him. Jesus Christ. Suburban Commando. Jeez, what a big movie.
Look, that's part of my childhood, man. It's hokey as hell now, looking back on it, but it's one of those I can accept it for what it is. It wasn't meant to be a fucking epic movie, but it was fucking funny in its own way.
Yeah, it was. King Ralph came out that year. That was, if I remember correctly, that was actually a big movie because that was one of the early movies for John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, before that, I mean, obviously everybody knows him as, from Roseanne.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's more known as a TV guy than a movie guy, but he did a lot of movies around that time period, didn't he? Like mid '80s into the early '90s.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and he did, and Only the Lonely, which was another John Hughes movie with John Candy. Mm-hmm. And Molly Ringwald, actually, both of them together.
That's a somewhat strange combination.
It's a good movie, though. It is. But that was Sleeping with the Enemy was another big movie, Julia Roberts movie. This movie just got lost in the fucking shuffle, man.
Yeah, And Julia Roberts, like she was hot in the early '90s.
Yeah,
I mean she's not ugly now, but she was at her peak.
Dude, her movies still do just fine. Trust me. Trust me. Let's see here. As usual, we do a little bit of trivia. Let's see. We got Chris Rock was actually considered for the part Willie that Dougie Doug played.
You think it would have been too comedic with Chris Rock?
Maybe a little too.
Or you think it would have put the movie on a different level?
I think it was actually a little too serious for Chris Rock at the time. 91. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was like a year into his SNL run.
Yeah, would have been a little too serious at the time for him.
It definitely kind of fits his style of comedy, political humor, race relations. Even though he isn't like a deal, where he'll beat you over the head with black and white jokes.
Yeah, at the time, probably. We brought this little interesting fact up in the chat. John Vasquez actually wrote this script in 3 days. And we already mentioned that Vinny was actually the part he wanted to play. But it only took him 3 days to write this fucking script. Speaking of John Vasquez, he was actually attacked on the way to the set one of the days. His face was slashed by a homeless man, according to an interview with Nestor Serrano. When Vasquez returned to work after recuperating, he was angry and intolerable, often fighting with the cast and crew.
Wow.
Yeah. Weird, huh?
Very weird.
Yeah, so that's really all the weird did you know stuff I've got. We haven't mentioned already. We mentioned the sequel. We mentioned already about Vasquez playing, basing the role on himself of Vinny. So the film was also shot in dangerous areas of South Bronx, obviously. Neighborhood residents were hired to be lookouts for potentially dangerous people approaching the filming. Some scenes were even disrupted by people throwing things and yelling at the actors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you figure this came out in '91. Obviously we know who these guys are, but this was still like they were still they were relatively unknown at this point. So it kind of makes me, it's kind of weird that they would generate that kind of attention.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, Weeze brings up that Ricochet also has Ice-T and Kevin Pollak. Kevin Pollak not in there very long, but yeah, Ice-T is in that movie too. Early Ice-T movie.
Yeah, and I guess we should say rest in peace to we brought the guy's name up a lot. Joseph Vasquez, the director of the film, he actually passed away on December 16th of '95 as a result of AIDS-related complications. He was only 33, which is terrible.
That's young. That is fucking too young. But yeah. There you go, man. I don't know what else we can say.
Let's see. I guess we've done 26 of these box. I'm sorry, 27. We need to start doing this at the end. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a recommendation would you give if somebody's never seen this flick? I give it a 10 personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't go 10. Again, being a more of an action kind of guy, waiting for something to happen, I would probably give it like a 7.
That's fair.
Yeah. Again, just me personally, I'm waiting for something to blow up, someone to get shot, someone to pull a gun, the cop scene not to be so funny, maybe a rape, I don't know. I don't know. Something. But I don't know, man. That's just me. That's just the movies I always, prefer to watch. But I don't know, about a 7 for me. I mean, I would definitely, recommend it. It's not something I would say, oh, fucking don't watch that movie. Fucking sucked. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the movie though.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'll watch it again.
We're doing this show. We not only review movies that we've all seen mutually, we kind of recommend. We bounce movies off each other. Like, hey, you need to see this.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'll watch anything at least once.
Look, I will too. And, there's plenty of bad movies out there that I watch more than once and think nothing of it. But, yeah, this one definitely wasn't. This is definitely one that if I see it on, I'll turn it on.
Now, you talked about you like to see movies where stuff is going on. Before we actually went live, I was watching a movie. I don't know if you ever saw it. You may have heard of it. You ever see Set It Off?
I haven't.
Yeah, you want shit going on?
Mm-hmm.
Watch that movie.
I need to watch that.
Yes.
I know the song.
Oh, the En Vogue song? Yeah. I honestly think you would like that movie.
Maybe.
Lot of gunshots, shooting at cops, people pissed off. I think you would enjoy it.
I probably would. That sounds like right up
my
fucking alley.
You got four pissed off black women shooting guns.
Oh,
beautiful
shit.
movie.
Oh shit! Now before we leave, we do have Weeble on the line. What is going on, Weebs? Weebs.
That was a great introduction, Box.
I can't hear you, Weebs.
Hey, Weebs, if you're there, type something in the chat. That'll incriminate Box again.
No. All right, I see Weebs. He's looking confused. He's looking down. He's trying to figure out what's going on. His microphone is not on mute. I can tell because he would say microphone muted. Oh, wait. Weebs, talk right now. I got blue. Talk.
Oh, you got me?
I got you now. There you go. I saw it lighten up blue. I knew I could hear you.
In, bro.
It was good, man. I actually remember the first time I seen this movie. I skipped school and I was and watched it on cable.
Oh, Jesus. You skipped school to watch this movie?
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, this movie has impact. It touches lives.
I guess so. I guess it does. Well, go ahead, man. Tell us what you thought of the fucking movie. Go for it, man. Weebs?
Even with Dougie Doug's character, even in my clique, we had that one guy who was something. He always wanted to hang out, but he never had no money.
Oh, yeah.
And, we got into it over that before,
Oh, dude, trust me. I'm Jewish. We had a friend. I'll even give his name. His name was Alan. Every time we went out with him, we called his dad $3 bill because he would say, "Hey, Dad, can I get some money to go out?" His dad would give him $3. $3. He couldn't even chip in on the fucking weed with $3, dude. I mean, it's like, dude, what's up with your dad? Dude, I would ask my dad for money back then. He'd give me a fucking $20, $40.
You said he couldn't even chip on the weed. I'm guessing he's never heard the song "I Got 5" on it. Then
he couldn't even, exactly. He couldn't even chip in the 5. He couldn't even fucking chip in for weed, beer, nothing. He never did. But yeah, he would always end up drinking with us, fucking, high as fuck and drunk with us. So, oh shit, Weeb's opening up the LaCroix.
Nah, this actually checks.
Oh!
I got the cheap shit.
I got Refreshy in the fucking fridge too. So yeah, man. But look, everybody's got the friend that never had any money, but they always wanted to hang. But you know what? Every now and then, I was that guy.
Yeah, but look, let's be clear. It's like, look, everybody goes through rough patches where you look out for your friends. We're not saying when you go out, don't help out your buddies, chip in by carrying for a little bit. But all we're saying is this: don't be the guy that always wants to hang out but never can contribute shit.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, everyone goes through a rough patch. And look, in my rough patches, my friends definitely helped me out. If you ever heard of that song, I Get High, a little help from my friends.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I stayed high with some help from my friends. But, yeah, I mean, every now and then I turned into that broke dude and people remembered I wasn't always that broke guy, and when I had it, I never mind sharing it, dude.
And yeah, what's the same old saying? Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't know. What else did you have for us, Weebs?
Is the movie even on DVD? Because I know when it came out, it had to be VHS 91, you know?
I'll tell you the truth. This movie I couldn't find it on a torrent. I found it on one website.
Yeah, I have it on VHS, and I know they did release you can still get the DVD on like Amazon, eBay, and all that kind of stuff. So it is out there. It's just like super rare.
Yeah, it's one of those that are hard to find. It's like trying to find a Judd Nelson movie.
Yeah, because I went to Best Buy. You know, Best Buy is pretty much damn near switched over to Blu-ray. I mean, they said they can order DVDs, but like it is tough to find DVDs now. And these are great titles that y'all are covering weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like hidden gems and everything else. You know?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, you really you got to go to like Amazon is a good one to get old school shit, but we got some places here that still have some old fucking. Like, I'm sure people have FYE for your entertainments.
Yeah.
They carry all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Hell, the other day, we brought it up early on the show Classic. A couple weeks ago, I actually found that in a $5 bin at fucking Walmart, of all places. I said, I came across it by accident. I'm like, I got to pick this up.
Wow. Jeez, B-Max is asking.
Anthony, I go to late night at Walmart sometimes, and I'll take like an hour and a half and dig through those bins, and you can find some good shit. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually could do that, you know, like at least monthly, once or twice a month, you know.
Yeah, I found that. I found, I don't know about Saw, but I know Weez probably did. Remember a movie called Paper Soldiers?
Oh,
Kevin Hart.
That was the start. Yeah,
that was the start, yeah.
Yeah.
I said that. I saw that in Classic. That made my day. I said, fuck it. For $10, I'll pick these two up real quick.
You know, B-Max brings up a question. Can we actually recall any movies that are not available on DVD?
That's a good question.
There actually is one that you could call it a movie. Sam Kinison did a comedy show back in the day called Leader of the Band, Banned. I have not been able to find it on DVD. I still have it on VHS, and I am scared to get rid of it. It's in my garage. It probably doesn't work because of the fucking summers here. But I cannot find it on... The only thing I can find is the songs he sang.
Now, can you convert the VHS you got? I mean, is it like from the original broadcast, or?
I got it way back in the day when one of my friends worked at a video store.
But I was saying, like, depending on what kind of condition it's in, you can probably convert it to DVD, make your own.
I tried using my DVD converter, but I've lost the remote, so I can't do a lot with it.
Universal.
I have one of those Logitech Harmony remotes, and it just won't do what I need it to do. I might figure out a way to actually... I know if you can get a good enough VCR, you can get one that has HDMI, and I can plug it right into my my computer here beside me.
Yeah.
Because I want to take... I got like 5 or 6 videos out there I really want to put on my computer, but I really have one... I have all my old drinking parties.
You trying to make a best of collection over there, box?
I have my parties from the year 2000.
Watch this. You want to watch this shit on Blu-ray?
I want to put them on. I want to put that shit on YouTube.
Statute of limitations out, right?
Oh, dude! I had many. I had one rule with the camera at those parties. Try your best not to record anyone smoking pot. That's it.
That was the only one. Jesus. Show all the titties you want, but don't smoke anything on camera.
I don't think I didn't get any titties or anything, but close.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah. This was pre Girls Gone. Well, no, this was right when Girls Gone Wild was big, actually. But no. Girls at my party weren't doing that shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, well, Box, you're like a computer whiz. You can blur out the faces.
Oh, fuck that.
You can blur out if people are, obviously it's 2000, people are older now, got families and kids. You just blur out the faces.
Good.
Hey, this isn't Jap pixelated porn, dude. Come on.
You got a problem with it? Block it on fucking YouTube.
Don't give your kids or your wife your passcode on your computer.
You were alive in 2000. You did this. If you haven't explained it to your kids yet, you got problems.
Oh, God.
My 8-year-old knows Daddy partied hard as a kid.
Boxes naming names.
Oh, fuck. I could name... I watched that video the other day because I was trying to do it on my DVD recorder, and I can't finalize. It's the only thing I can't do is finalize it so it'll play on all DVD players.
Uh-huh.
So I think it'd be cheaper to just, instead of buying a new DVD recorder, hook it up to the old computer here and do that. But I've got that Sam Kinison. I've got a few Sam Kinisons that didn't make it over to DVD because once they got to DVD, his brother was putting out all those, the sober Sam Kinison DVDs, which I have some of those. Mm-hmm. They're not that great.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but some people are better fucked up.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And it was really sad with Kinison because he really was, it's sad that his comedy was so, contingent on him being the fucked up guy he was. But, there's a guy who started off being a Pentecostal preacher.
Yeah.
I've played the clips before of him doing the, preaching, and he started off as a Pentecostal preacher and became a filthy comic. We lost him on April 10th, 1994, but, I will always remember Sam Kinison and Andrew Dice Clay had one of the best comic rivals of all time. They talked more shit about each other than wrestlers were doing back then, man. They were brutal with each other back then. It was great. And then, Kinison went, and...
oh, shit, he was only 38?
Kinison was young when he went. And actually, a lot of people blame Howard Stern for making him drink again because he started drinking again on a Howard Stern show when Howard Stern said, "You're funnier when you're drunk and fucked up."
Wow, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not even trying to make light of it, but it's almost like once he started drinking again, I guess maybe you're right. You never know. He could have went into like a state of depression after hearing some shit like that.
Many people have said he was hiding the drinking, he was hiding the drugs. A lot of people said he was definitely still doing cocaine when he said he wasn't. Kinison was a tough guy, man, but there were some videos of him totally sober, and you could see it doing comedy. He just didn't have the same spark in his eyes, and it was sad.
Yeah, what a damn shame. Let me see. December 8th, 1953 to April 10th, 92. Man, 30. I didn't know he was that young.
Oh, 92?
Because even looking at him from the 80s, he just always looked old. He had like that old looking face, especially with the hair. Long hair made him look older than he was.
It was 1992 or 4?
It says, I just looked up his Wikipedia. It says 92.
92, okay. I'm sorry. I was over 1994. I'm sorry. It was 92. I remember that day, man. I was fucking sad. I remember the day we lost Kinison, man. It was a sad day.
Now, I probably would have been too young. I'm not even trying to make light of you here, Box. But was that like a big news story when he died?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, man, him and Andrew Dice Clay had... I don't know if there's ever been another comic-type rival that was that nasty.
You don't hear about too many rivalries. You don't...
You know what? There wasn't, and I'll tell you why. I don't want to sound, rap took over the rivalry business after that. Rap musicians started taking over the rivalry in the media, the mainstream media. I guess that's how I could put it.
That's a fair point.
No, they really did at that time. So, yeah, I don't think there's ever been another comic rivalry like Dice Clay and Kinnison out there. Now all we have is, a bunch of ugly, catty bitches claiming, oh, she stole that line from me. I said it 19 months ago in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's like Rogan and Mancia for the last few years. He wouldn't leave it alone.
Rogan had a lot of fucking ammunition against Mencia, though, man. You got to admit. And Mencia got so pissed once, he just told him, "You're right. I can take any joke you say, add Mexican to it, and it's funnier." That's the way
it's true. You can take a joke and add Boxman into it, and add Anthony to it, and it just changes. Seriously.
You can. Absolutely. Look, Dane Cook may have stolen most of his comedy, but let me tell you something about fucking Dane Cook. Do you not wish you were him fucking 2 years ago? Probably right now. He's probably fucking... Right now, he's probably banging a college student.
Yeah.
Right now.
And look,
this
I'm
second.
not a Dane Cook fan, but I would say early to mid 2000s, that guy was every fucking where.
Listen, I really did like his early comedy. I don't like his new stuff, but his early comedy was pretty funny. I know a lot of people say it was stolen, but you know what? The guy sold out colleges for years to come.
Yes.
Don't you wish you were him? Do you realize, like I said, he's probably banging a fucking, what do you think, sophomore, maybe a junior right now? What do you think?
That don't know any better, yeah?
Yeah, that's what he's fucking doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say, comedian. Because, I mean, let's be honest, a comedian is no different than a wrestler. Mm-hmm. You gotta have that stage presence. You gotta have that promo ability. Yeah, so yeah. I could picture Dane Cook being a charming motherfucker.
Oh yeah, look, he did a movie with Dennis Rodman. That's all he has to say. Mm-hmm. I did a movie with Dennis Rodman.
I don't know if you ever saw a box, but I did like one movie he was in with Jessica Alba. Good Luck, Chuck. I did think that was funny.
I didn't see that, but you probably haven't seen the movie he was in with Dennis Rodman, so we're even.
Was it Double Take?
Yeah.
Yeah, like wasn't he like the best friend or something? It's been a while.
No. Double Take was the one he was in with Van Damme, wasn't it?
Van Damme, yeah. Van Damme and Rodman.
He was in Simon Says. Simon S-E-Z.
Yes, yeah. You're right. I got
Dane Cook, yeah, and he was in there with some blonde girl who was amazingly sexy. But John Panette was in that movie too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember that.
John Panette and the guy who played Nikon and Hackers, Lord Nikon.
Wow, that's Hackers, man.
Fucking anytime that movie is on, I am gonna watch it. You get to see Angelina Jolie's breasts. Come on. Mm-hmm. It's a movie where you get to see Angelina Jolie's titties young and perky.
Yes. Talk about Hall of Fame tits.
Especially in that movie, man. They were.
And look, she still looks good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that little deal she had with Billy Bob for a while kind of turned me off. But hey, it's still Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she was young and crazy at the time.
Yeah, she ain't scared of nudity in the movies either.
No, not at all. But yeah, you got to see her young, budding little boobies in that movie. So,
and speaking of young and in that prime, I personally think this woman still looks good. But if you want to talk about in the prime, Box, have you ever seen a movie called Angel Heart?
No.
Mickey Rourke and Lisa Bonet. This is basically the show that got her kicked off of Cosby for a little while and kicked off of Fire from Different World.
Wow.
I like because Mickey. Oh Lord, people shit on Billy Bob for the Monsters Ball with a Holly Berry. That was worth, but go back, do yourself a favor, and watch Angel Heart. You get to see a young in her prime Lisa Bonet. Oh my damn! Nothing I can say can put this in. You have to see the movie.
Dude, Lisa, we bragged about fucking how hot Lisa Bonet was in when we did Enemy of the State.
Yes.
That girl is insanely hot.
Yeah. And she still is, man. But this is ooh, she was just young.
I'll check that out.
Fully packed.
Yeah, I'll check that one out. But yeah, I'll definitely. That's right. They did have a. Didn't they bring in a different Lisa on the Cosby Show?
No. I think they just said she went to college or something. I mean, they let her go for a while. She went to different worlds. She got pregnant because she was fucking Lenny Kravitz at the time. That got her fired from different world because Cosby didn't want to do a pregnancy storyline with the Cosby kids. They had to be pure. So that she got fired from that. Went back to Cosby for a couple years. Then she was gone again.
You can't do a pregnancy storyline. She hasn't been drugged.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, because they was not the sidetrack, but fucking we got to the movie. But they was, I don't know, out of all the people that probably shit on Cosby, even though she's never said anything publicly, because they was basically beefing way back then. Like she was like the wild child. Literally, she gave him a lot of shit. I guarantee you, she's smiling from ear to ear. Once the shit came out about Kyle, she's one of the people I guarantee you. She's smiling from ear to I tried to tell you motherfuckers back then he wasn't shit.
I told you he's a bad man.
I told you some shit was gonna come out.
Yeah, she probably is. And I don't know, but yeah, she is
insane. Still hot.
She's hot. She always has been to me. I remember the Cosby Show, and I did have a little I had a little crush on that chick, dude. She was fucking sexy.
Now let me ask you.
Yeah, you could tie this movie in. Dougie Doug was on Cosby for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who else is still? Yeah, that's a good little topic here. Let's see. Who else is still holding it well? I'm gonna throw it out there. Miss Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Janet. Oh, Janet.
Oh yeah.
I love Janet. I mean, to me, she had that album cover from '90, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
The one with the hands were covering.
Yes. The greatest album cover in the history of music. Damn it! I had a poster. I wish I still had that poster. I had that album when I was a kid, like on cassette or something.
Yeah.
That was my favorite poster.
You know you had to throw that poster away because it was all fucking sticky and white and wet and.
Damn it! I wish I still had it. I'm gonna put it to you like this: I'm gonna have to go on eBay or Amazon and find like a mint condition copy.
It was hanging on the wall with no staples anymore. It was just there.
So finally, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. But damn, it was
I had a picture. Hard. I had a picture of Paulina, the girl that was married to Ben Orr from the Cars.
Ben Orr.
She was a supermodel, the Paulina. I had a picture of her on my wall where she was like half naked at the time when I was like 13, 14. Oh, I remember staring at that picture and doing things I never should have done at that age.
Oh, we just bringing up another name from back in the day. This was a little hottie. Goldie Hawn. I remember.
I saw her Tuesday night. She ended up on Shooter, the show right after SmackDown.
Oh, how was she looking? Holding up well?
I wouldn't kick her out of bed. I wouldn't get.
Is she still with Kurt Russell?
I don't know.
They never married.
I wouldn't get scared if she was in my bed. I'll tell you that right now.
She was in a movie. What was that movie?
Guys, give me 2 seconds. I got to run out real fast.
Okay.
All right.
You talking about the Goldie Hawn movie?
Yeah, it was from the 80s.
Bird on the Wire? Mel Gibson?
No. Criss Cross.
Criss Cross, all right.
Was it Criss Cross or was it Cross? It was something with Chris in it. And I think the kid from Terminator was in it.
Edward Furlong?
No, yeah, I really think it was him. Or no. It was either him or the kid from Last Action Hero. You've seen it before, right, Weaves?
I'm trying to think, man. Shit.
What?
I'm gonna have to Google this shit because it's killing me.
What's the question? What's the question, please?
You remember a movie with Goldie Hawn? I want to say it was the '80s, early to mid '80s, maybe later. Crisscross, Crossword.
Crossword. Okay, so let me go to Goldie.
It might have just been Crisscross.
Goldie Hawn.
That's one of the first movies I saw her in.
In the first movie I saw her in, it was Vacation. First movie I ever saw Goldie Hawn in was Vacation.
Yeah, she still can get it. I just pulled up a recent picture.
Like I said, I would not kick that woman out of bed. She was sexy as hell in what was that movie she did? The Private Benjamin. She was sexy. Wildcats. She was very sexy.
I liked her in.
Let's see. You're looking for
Overboard, Bird on a Wire.
Bird on a Wire. She was
the Banger Sisters. Remember that with Susan Sarandon? What a pair!
A movie in the '80s. Swing Shift.
It didn't. No, it came out in '92.
No, Crisscross. There you go, Crisscross. Yeah, Death Becomes Her. She was that. I remember that movie. She's done a bunch of shit, but yeah, she was definitely. First movie I saw her in though was Vacation. That was my first movie, and she was in American History X, right?
I don't think she was.
No, what was that? Edward Norton, and that was Fairuza Balk, and
Yeah, but who was the mom?
That's a good question. I don't think she was in. Damn, I don't think she'd be in that movie.
She's only done 33 movies.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that make sense?
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of House Sitter. I liked her in that.
Now I gotta
Seems
go
like
to
Old
American...
Times. That was an underrated flick to me.
Now I got to go to American History X.
That just don't sound like the type of movie she would be in.
I thought she was the mother in American History X. Oh, Beverly D'Angelo. That's exactly who I'm thinking of. I'm confusing a couple people here.
All blondes don't live the same box. Come on, man.
I don't know why I just confused those two. Beverly D'Angelo.
Speaking of Beverly D'Angelo, talk about underrated tits.
Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo was in Vacation, and she was actually who I saw in Shooter. So I confused somebody. Sorry about that. I confused somebody. It happens. Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo is who I was in American History X as the mother. Yeah. Goldie Hawn, though? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Bird on a Wire, I do remember that movie. I'll watch that anytime it's on.
Yes.
Yeah, back be questions with the movies that's probably not on DVD. It'd be probably a bunch of those HBO movies. You remember in the 90s, like, I think it was The Sand, it was Strapped. There was a bunch of, like, HBO movies that went straight to HBO. It was, I want to say they call it straight to DVD now, but back in the day it was straight to, like, HBO.
You want to see someone who lost her looks. Look at Meg Ryan.
Oh, that was plastic surgeries, right?
You want to get scared. That girl was so hot. Go back to Top Gun. And I mean, some of the movies she did. Oh, my God. And she has ruined herself.
To answer Smark's question in the chat, Goldie Hawn is actually 71. Still looks good, and she is still presently with Kurt Russell. 1983 to present. Partners.
Jesus.
So they're
Kate
partners.
Daughter, right?
They're not married, just partners.
Wow.
Kate Hudson, right?
Okay.
All right.
She's... Dude, that movie, Almost Famous, her first movie, that was amazing. That was a good movie, man. I liked that movie. I don't care how girly or whatever. It was a good movie. Did you ever see that? Almost Famous?
Yeah, and all that, yeah.
Yeah. A great fucking movie. Really good movie. I like that one too, man.
Wait a minute. Kurt Russell's only 65? Wow.
Attaboy.
He go. I guess he likes the gills now.
Yeah. Oh, God. Look at that picture of Meg Ryan. My God, the Elephant Man has come alive, and it's Meg fucking Ryan. Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I know she was never ugly to me, but she never really did it for me.
She
was like the cute friend.
She was sexy in Top Gun, dude. And a couple movies after that, and then she started injecting shit in her face.
That was a different woman in Top Gun. I don't think that was Meg Ryan. That was Kelly Lynch, wasn't it?
No, Kelly Lynch was in Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, all right. Somebody else was in Top Gun. It wasn't Meg Ryan, though, I don't think.
Hold on, let me see if I'm right here. God damn it, you people. Top Gun.
Oh, God damn. I don't... Why did I look up Meg Ryan present day? Damn.
Because I told you to.
Damn.
Meg Ryan
They don't even look like the same woman.
Meg Ryan was Goose's wife, wasn't she? You're thinking of Kelly McGillis. That was Kelly McGillis. Yes. But Goose's wife was Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan, Goose's wife.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You know who she looks like? She looks like a weird she looks like an awkward version of what's that woman's name? Zaza Gabor.
She looks like the Elephant Man just stepped out of a freezer and his swelling went down. Come on.
Oh, this is a damn. I'm looking at a collage of beginning at present day. Damn, that's a damn shame.
These women and their plastic surgery, stop it. Anyway, I guess that's all we need to talk about the movie. Anthony, we're a couple hours in already, and you said you had a couple rants to go on about.
No, not really a rant. I just wanted to real quick. I don't know if you guys followed the inauguration today. I didn't watch it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just hopped on Facebook, after I got off work, and I'm reading all these posts. Fuck Trump, not my president. Apparently, there's been a lot of destruction going on in D.C. People tearing shit up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, I didn't vote for. As a matter of public record, I didn't vote for Trump. But my whole thing is this: he is who we have. So all of this shit about he's not my president. Yes, he is. Whether you voted for him or not, at the end of the day, the job he does, good or bad, affects us all. If he does a fucked up job, we all fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at the point where it's just like, you don't have to like the guy, but if at the end of this term he does a good job, I don't have to like him personally, but I'll be one of the first to say, you know what, he was a good president. At this point, all we can do is pray that he does a good fucking job for our sake, for the country's sake. I don't know where you guys stand on it, but I'm like, at this point, I'm willing to give the guy a chance. Because at the end of the day, he got the job. Regardless of whether you voted for him or not, he is what we got.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you have to kind of look at it as a glass half full type situation. And just like, at this point, he's in office, all of the bitching, you got it out of your system, but it's like, it's not going to accomplish anything. You can go on all of the rants you want about it, but it's not going to change the fact that he's president.
Right.
So you just almost, you have to just see what kind of job he does at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then make a judgment off of that. If after a year and a half, he fucking up, then by all means, ran away. But at this point, just see what he does.
Yep, and all these the actors held a anti-Trump rally. Alec Baldwin, you do a really funny impression, but you're gonna run it into the ground very fast, and it's gonna get old even quicker. Michael Moore was up there speaking. Michael Moore, you can leave. I wouldn't even notice you were gone if you left. These actors need to fucking chill. They're not helping. They're getting people hyped up. Are you going to lay down and just take that this is your president? Guess what? We don't have a choice. Like I said the other day, these guys, they're not living check to check. They don't have the same problems we do. They're not in the same fucking tax bracket I am. These fucking actors don't know the real fucking problems in the world. What are they bitching about? Because they don't like the fucking candidate for president?
Yeah.
Good. You don't like it, you can leave. No one will fucking mind if you leave. Go try to be your fucking, go see what country will fucking take you. If they will.
Yeah.
A lot
You
of
sound
countries.
like a fucking I'm sorry. You sound like an asshole. Oh, you're not my president. Shut the fuck. I mean, at the end of the day, look. If you're an American citizen, I'm a proud American. I think I can speak for Bob to say you're a proud American. Anybody listening to this podcast, which we appreciate you doing on mixer.com/THC podcast. Thank you very much. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's your president. He's my it pains me to say he's my president. And you don't necessarily have to respect the person, but at least have enough respect for your country and the position. It's a stress. I mean, God bless him, because at the end of the day, it's a stressful job. It's a stressful job to take.
Mm-hmm.
Obama went into that 8 years ago. He was young. He was virile, healthy. Now, 8 years later, you see the stress lines on his face. He looks like a man that is tired, that then got beat down for 8 years.
Gray hair, yeah.
I mean, the job, that job took about 8 years off his life.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? We have a businessman running the company now, and the company is a fucking business, and maybe he'll do a great job. Look, everyone, Obama did such a good job. No, he didn't. We are way more in debt now than when fucking Obama came into office. But no one brings that up. No one wants to bring that up, that we're like 19 trillion in debt, and we were only like 16 trillion when he came in. 3 trillion's kind of a lot of money. I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 trillion. I don't even think we have any trillionaires in the country, to be honest with you. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think these actors are causing people to protest, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. Love you, babe. Good night. So, I don't know. They just don't have the fucking... Their mentality is so much different than ours. Do they go into a factory every day, to a job, and work, and, risk their lives as a cop or anything like that? No. No. They go into a studio and they get paid $20 million to do it.
Man.
Do you think I would be complaining if I made that much money? No. No. I would be banging my supermodel fucking girlfriend, because I probably wouldn't be married, and I would be smiling, drinking champagne off of her ass crack. I wouldn't care who the president was.
Yes. Yes. I mean, and like I said, they say money, can't cure problems. It's not the answer. That shit, it don't hurt shit either.
Yeah, money can't buy happiness. Bullshit. Go buy a boat, name it Happiness. Money just bought you fucking happiness. Yeah. Done.
Money buys you happiness. It buy you all the finest in electronics, women, weed, whatever you want. Money buys you a lot of avenues to happiness, or it at least allows you to self-medicate very comfortably.
Yeah, and look, I love Snoop. I do. But even he was out there like, look, anybody who plays at the Trump inauguration, I'm gonna roast your ass. That ain't right. He ain't my president. Snoop, you're too high to... Snoop, this is a man who's actually pushing for the legalization of marijuana. Take it easy, bro. Chill.
Snoop, I'm sure he sold out quicker than a fucking iPhone. So
I mean, I say that even though, and yesterday he was doing some sort of live, playing fucking music in his studio, and I listened for 20 minutes. So whatever, like I said, I can separate, whatever. You want to do your politics thing, do your politics thing. You want to sit in there, smoking a blunt, listening to fucking live music live on Facebook. I'll watch you for a little while. I don't care. But they really need to stop trying to, rabble-rouse the common public. I hate to say it like that, but to these actors, we're the common folk.
Yes.
They're rich. They are... Do you think Alec Baldwin has any problem getting into fucking restaurants or paying his bills next month? Do you think he's worrying about if his electricity is going to be on next month?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he is. And most of the people in America that are complaining about Trump should be those people, the common people. The actors should have nothing to do with this. Nothing. Nothing.
You ask an actor, ask your average actor, and I'm talking about your A-list big money making celebrity. Ask them how much milk is, how much bread is, how much orange juice is. They probably couldn't tell you that shit. Because for one, they ain't been to a grocery store since their mama took them.
Yeah, ask them to balance a checking account.
What'd you say, Box?
Ask them to balance a fucking checking account. They can't do that shit, dude. They can't do that fucking shit.
Budget for the month and all of that shit?
Budget? What's a budget? My accountant does that. I don't have an accountant, motherfucker. I don't even know. You know what my accountant is? I fucking take out my rent money every week so I know I fucking have it. That's my accountant. And that's the only thing I worry about is if my rent is paid. I don't care about my other bills. I'll figure them out later. Do you think actors worry about this shit? No. Look, musicians, you want to turn down doing the inauguration? I understand that. That's plenty to stand your ground. Turn down the inauguration, that's your fucking stance. I get it. But to go out in public and just trash the fucking guy, come on. Enough already. And like I said at the beginning of the show, you people that are fucking breaking up a fucking Starbucks, get it.
Now, I didn't hear about this. Like, what's the story with this?
In Washington, one of the first buildings, they fucking smashed the windows on with a fucking Starbucks.
The fuck did Starbucks do to anybody?
I don't know. I wish that fucking Starbucks manager was a goddamn fucking concealed weapons carrier and put a bullet in one of those motherfuckers.
Yes, and that's another thing. Like, what is tearing up innocent businesses? Look, Starbucks is obviously a big major corporation, but in the grand scheme of things, this Starbucks that they tore up was basically like a small little in the area. So what the fuck does this accomplish?
Well, what they're trying to do is, what I believe they were trying to do was cause enough havoc so the parade for Trump to go from the inauguration to the White House couldn't get through. But dude, those DC cops weren't having it. They lined up, they fucking pushed that crowd back, and the crowd, they couldn't do nothing. Do they not realize they're in Washington, D.C.? The police in that state are used to protecting the President of the United States. They're not going to bullshit with your fucking little protesting. They arrested over 100 people today, dude.
Yeah, but I'm imagining if you was in the area, you would have been mowing people down.
Dude, let me ask you a question. Who goes to fucking protest? A protest like this?
Yeah.
Who goes to protest like they're a fucking train robber from the fucking 1970s? I'm sorry,
and let me tell you
1900s.
something. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but Washington D.C. of all places is the one place in this country where you do not want to show your head because the law enforcement in that area do not fuck around,
bro. No,
they don't fuck around.
No, and especially since all the shit going down, dude. Those police weren't fucking around. They formed a fucking wall. They pushed back a crowd of thousands within seconds. Seconds. Matt might have taken some pepper spray and a little bit of tear gas, but the people who are fucking attacking the cops fucking need to be tear gassed and or fucking pepper sprayed, in my opinion. You don't attack a fucking cop.
Yeah, especially when it's unwarranted.
No, I don't care if you think of him as an authority figure. Why don't you think of him as fucking A, somebody's son/daughter, or B, somebody's fucking parent like you probably are, and fucking don't attack police officers. If you do, you deserve everything and anything you get, in my opinion.
Yeah, we had a cop shot and killed today.
Yeah, we had a cop shot here last week. Orlando had a cop shot. A lot of cop shootings going, but we had a cop in Houston that got shot. And
did he make it?
Actually, we had a cop right here in Little Elm, which is 15 minutes from my house. No, he got shot in the neck and did not make it. But, you know, during the procession, you know, taking his body from the hospital to the funeral, there were people pulled over in their cars on the highways, just standing for the police officer. It was actually really nice to see. But, yeah, I just don't see why you would go protest with your face covered up. You're not going to protest with your face covered up. I don't think so. Why would you not want to be seen by cameras if you're just there to fucking protest something civilly?
Yeah, I mean, and let's be honest, man. And I hate to say this, I think these protests we're seeing and all this destruction of property, looting and all, a lot of it comes from a place of being genuinely pissed off. But it's other people they have ulterior motives. They're just doing it to get some press for themselves, and in some cases get free shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's be honest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It ain't this, because first of all, half of these people are not even, I guarantee you, if you were to give them a test on the issues at hand, they couldn't tell you shit. They couldn't tell you they couldn't explain to you the difference between their ass and the hole in the wall.
I will bet over half of them didn't even vote.
Exactly.
How's that sound? I'll bet over half of them didn't even vote, yet found a good reason to get a day off of work. Again, go fucking get a job. There were thousands of people out there protesting that should have been at fucking work today. That's all I'm saying.
No. It wasn't 1,000. But you got to figure at least 250 of them was in a therapy session today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. There were probably many emotionally disturbed people out there who just couldn't handle. But there were literally, I saw a girl on a Facebook video say, yeah, I cried when Trump got inaugurated because, you know, Obama's been president since I was 2. Wow. I feel A, old, B, very scared. Like I said before, we are raising and luckily I'm doing my best not to, but we are raising an era of victims. I'm not even going to say pussies anymore because it's actually too harsh. Victims. We're raising.
Thank you, Smart, for the math lesson.
Thank you. Thank you. That would make her 10. Thank you very much, Smart. But yeah, I mean, victims. Victims of this. Victims of that. I was a victim of this. I was bullied. I don't like who my president is, so I need to see a counselor. Fuck you. Shut up.
With the president on Facebook, how everybody just wants to see him fail. I'm like, you know, you're part of the country. That's like being on an airplane and wanting to get to take a freaking nosedive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, CNN.
Exactly. Thank you, Weez, for bringing that up.
Wait a minute. Before that, CNN ran an article. What if the president is assassinated at his inauguration? Why CNN would do that is beyond me, but they did it. They ran a whole fucking a news article. What if Donald Trump got assassinated at his inauguration?
It's just CNN being a gatekeeper. They control what's on TV, what goes on, what they talk about. They're going to pick something racial. They're going to pick something sexist. They're going to pick the sexiest story out there, you know?
The man did call him out in a press conference as fake news. But anyway. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I don't know, man. There's listen, like I've said before, 2017, lighten the fuck up.
Yes.
That's what we need. We We need to lighten up. We need to not only have more comedy, but understand comedy. Can we just please not be this If we keep going as this politically correct people that we are right now, do you realize what we're going to be if we keep going this way? We're not going to be able to have opinions. We're not going to be able to do anything negative towards anyone. We're just going to be a whole bunch of robotic, positive people who are happy yet depressed as shit on the inside, but have to pack it in because we're not allowed to fucking say anything. Is that what we're going to be?
Yep.
That's what people are training us to be. Or we're going to be people that don't pack everything in, yet go to a therapist for every little fucking thing in our life. That's going to be horrible, too.
Yes. Yeah, lighten up and just, when you get, lighten up and just, sometimes you just got to, like, accept things for what they are and keep on moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I look at it like this. When he won, I was pissed off, but you know what? A day or two later, I'm over it. The shit that I'm reading on Facebook and Twitter and social media in general, watching on the news, he's not my president. It's like fucking a bitch without a condom, and then and being pissed off 5 years later when you still paying child support. Motherfucker, what did you expect? Deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it. It's not bitching about it 5 years after the fact ain't gonna change the fact that you fucked up.
Do people not remember the bitching people did when Clinton was leaving and Obama was coming in? People were literally getting petitions signed to keep Bill Clinton in office 4 more years. Did it work? No. Guess what? Your protests are not going to work. All you're going to do is cost each city you protest in more money. More money in police protection, more money in damages because you people can't even fucking protest peacefully. What good is that going to do? You're going to raise your own fucking taxes and then blame Donald Trump when the taxes are raised when you fucking damaged your city?
Oh, and not to mention, they're going to take money out of, like I said, the money that they would normally use for like social programs, welfare, shit like that. They're going to get that money from somewhere. They're going to raise the taxes, and they're going to pull it from other resources that could use the money more to fix shit up that you just. It's just if people really kind of like really sat down and educated themselves to the issues and what they're doing, they would look at things a little differently. At least I would hope.
You would hope, but I don't know. Everyone right now just has their fucking mindset on everything, but I don't know. I mean, every time you guys protest, just remember, you got to put more cops out there. Figure a cop makes what? Just figure starting salary, $24,000 a year, a beat cop, a uniformed cop. Okay, so $2,000 a month just taken out of your pocket. Look at all those uniformed cops around you, and just multiply by 2,000 by what? There were probably a good 1,000 cops today. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's good. That's good.
And it's the damage. Who's got to clean that up? Who's got the firemen? That's costing money. I mean, honestly, what's the word Anthony used? Savages. That's what they are. Honestly, they just I'm gonna bring up something older. The Trayvon Martin thing. What is breaking into a Foot Locker, stealing a pair of Jordans gonna do for that guy's family? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. It's the logic today is so odd. I don't know what else to say, but odd.
And I actually heard people diss Trump. I was like, how much is he getting paid? And I was like, he's not getting a salary, right? I was like, what he wants to do is just bring large corporations that left under Obama here to expand and give more people jobs. And they didn't even know that. I was like, that's why you have those debates on TV. I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying, just watch it so you can learn something.
The man wants to try to bring manufacturing back to the United States.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Why would that be a bad thing?
More jobs, more money. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you the truth. I have seen in the past 3 weeks more now hiring posters than I have seen in the past 4 years.
It's go down the street right now, the dollar store, Winn-Dixie, Walmart. People just don't want to work. I got a bunch of friends who are fresh out of prison. They want to get paid $15. I'll spend 8-9 years in prison. Who's gonna pay you that much money? Fresh out of prison.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta start somewhere, start at the bottom, and work your way to the top.
Yeah, but I'm seeing a lot more people hiring right now, and that's not a bad thing. Everybody, let it play out a little bit. Like Anthony said, you want to wait a year or two down the road, be protesting, impeach the motherfucker. That's fine. But let's see. Let's just see. How long? Obama's main thing when coming into being elected was health care. Remember this. Obama did not bring in Obamacare until his second term. If his second term didn't happen, he would have been a liar and done nothing for health care like his main platform was. Right? His second term that came in. Second term. So, give the fucking guy a chance. People are freaking out because we got the Donald. Look, I know the guy is basically a parody of himself, but give him a chance. Like I've said before, in my opinion, he's nothing but a figurehead. He is an actor playing the head of the country. He gets told what to do like every other employee in this world. Trust me. He's told what to do, and trust me, he's going to be told every word to fucking say from here on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like let's be honest. Like, folks, it was amateur hour. It was all hee-hee and ha-ha in the build-up to this moment. But now that he's president, trust me, like Bach said, he has people in his ear. He has handlers. He has wranglers that are going to rein him in. Everything he says from this point forward, as long as he's in that office, in that chair, is going to be carefully written and orchestrated. Mm-hmm. Nothing he says will be said by fucking accident. You're not going to get the apprentice Donald Trump. You're going to get the fucking Donald Trump that America wants. The people behind the scenes that are really running shit.
Yeah, and I think all these little Twitter tirades people are making fun of, I really believe they're going to stop today.
Or I put it to you like this. He'll still maintain a Twitter, but what'll happen is they'll put somebody in charge of it. It won't be him anymore. They'll put some fucking young college intern, pay him jack shit. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, won't pay him anything. They're just keep this running for us, but just keep it PC. Don't go off the reservation with it.
Yeah, every now and then he'll say something slightly controversial that Trump would say, but I really believe we're going to get a brand new Donald Trump then coming up. Like I said, as of after today, well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, 2 o'clock everywhere else.
And like I said, like at the end of the day, you take how you feel about the man personally out of the equation. You could still think he's a scumbag piece of shit. Fine. At the end of the day, if he ends up doing a good job as president, just judge him basically solely on that. You got to give credit where it's due. So at this point, all we can do is wait and see. As George Bush said famously a few years ago when he was in office, I'm in a wait and see mode. That's where I'm at. I'm in a wait and see mode. Just gotta wait and see what happens.
It's all you can do, man. It is all you can fucking do, unfortunately. And I know everyone's like, well, it's hard to wait and see when it's the country at stake. The country's not going to fall apart. Martial law is not going to be fucking declared in the next week. This is not going to be the purge. Murder is not going to be legal come next month.
Jesus
Everyone
Christ.
just relax.
Doom and gloom.
Everyone in the country needs to smoke a fucking joint.
Get laid and just let this shit ride out.
Whatever you want to go lay, if you want to lay a dude, if you're a dude, if you want to lay a fucking chick, if you want to go lay a fucking fruit, literally a fruit, if you want to go fuck a pineapple, whatever relaxes you, you need to do it. Chill out. Let shit play out. Quit freaking the fuck out. You're making it worse.
Boxman would bring up another cop show, martial law.
Law. Damn, that's about as whole time as you can get, Box.
I brought up The Purge, too. Come on. I don't even like horror movies. So I brought up The Purge. All right.
THT goes
literally, though, people are acting like... That's what people are acting like. They're acting like literally fucking every little thing is going to be... Like, the world is coming to an end. Aliens may attack next week because Trump is president. You know, come on, people. What's really going to change? What is really going to change? Nothing.
Exactly. I mean, and like I said, it was funny, like the Trump jokes and all that. It was funny way back when, a few months ago. But now that he's in office, you just got to let it go and just say, you know what? I'm still here. I woke up this morning. I'm still living. I'm going to still continue to do what the fuck I got to do to maintain and make it in this world and just take it from there. I can't change the fact, me bitching, you bitching about it won't change the fact that this man is in office. It won't, not that, and that's my whole thing. The bitching it just has to stop because no amount of bitching is going to change the results of what we have. And ultimately, I'm cheering. I'm rooting the guy on, and for no other reason that whether I vote for him, you voted for him, didn't vote for him, that means nothing. If he fucks up, it affects me. That's another thing that makes me laugh. For all the people that voted for Trump, when he fucks up the country, you'll see. Like you're a fucking Stevie Richards promo. You'll see. I'll show you. Not realizing that fucks me up. That fucks you up, Box. We all fucked. It's not just gonna fuck up a segment of the country. That's not how democracy works. If the president fucks up, it fucks up everybody.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people don't understand that concept.
I don't know, man. I really don't get it. Because everyone now thinks they have a voice. And they have to do this. And they have to join a protest. The whole world suddenly is a fucking college campus of protests. Suddenly the whole world is the movie PCU where there's a protest on every fucking corner. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I just don't understand. But literally, I'm sorry, people. No matter how many you pull together, you do not have the power to overthrow government. This has been tried for years and years and years. And, you know, just like fucking Smark says, Trump allegedly has a video where he's getting peed on. If that's not entertainment, then you people need to really lighten the fuck up in 2017. Matter of fact, that should be my fucking campaign slogan. Lighten up in 2017. Boxman said it.
No, fuck. I'm going to go to DX route with my own little twist on it. So that's going to be my campaign for 2020. Sucking left dicks. Suck it. Because, you know, I'm representing the left side.
There you go.
That's the best side.
There you go. All right. We're about at 3 hours here. You should probably fucking get out of here.
Yeah. Wrap it up, B.
There you go. On that note, thanks for calling in, Weebs. Nice to hang with you for a while.
No problem.
As usual, catch us next week here, mixer.com/THT podcast for THT movie review. You can check us out at THT movie review on Facebook, on TuneIn Radio, YouTube, in iTunes Radio, anywhere you can find good podcasts. You will check us out. And like I said, we'll be back here next week, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Anthony.
Later.
Good hanging with you, man. We will talk to y'all later.
Weebs. Thanks for calling.
There it is.